Last time, Dragon Ball Z.
Perfect timing. It's running.
Z fighters found themselves fighting against a swarm of bog scourges. Most of them passed over. Some of them did not.
And where did they go? They went west, the exact direction that Jeremy was running towards.
Oh no! Oh no! Nobody
Bye,
told
Jeremy.
Ramble. I hope Jeremy got away.
I'm messing on you.
We're
Find
about
out
to
this
lose.
week on Dragon Ball Z.
No!
Project Q's efforts to save Jeremy, all in vain.
That's quite a cliffhanger, actually. That's pretty good.
I completely did not notice where Jeremy went.
Yep, you guys told him to run, so he ran, and he ended up going west.
Okay, we're game
Nobody
paused right
noticed.
now. We're game paused right now. Excuse me.
Run south, Jeremy. Run south. They're migrating west.
So, if I saw them go that direction, am I
He doesn't
able
speak
to?
Tabaxi.
Am I able to
No.
follow behind a little bit, just outside of their? I would assume to be what I've gathered by now. Their collective detection range.
So, after the main group passed, you guys took like an extra 2 rounds, I think, to finish the ones that were fighting Vorix and Kane.
Yeah, 12 seconds.
Yeah. So you can definitely follow them, and you're already out of range. So how far are you wanting to maintain distance?
I'm trying to stay at least 100 to 200 feet behind them, because I do not want to be detected by them.
Yeah.
However, there might have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do if they fucking detect Jeremy, if they find him and then go for him.
Okay, go ahead and make first a survival check and then a perception check.
Okay, well,
Goggles
before
are
he
put 'em by the way.
goes, Kane is going to cast first level Sanctuary on him, and heal him some because he's hurt.
What's the range? What's the range on Sanctuary?
30 feet, just to cast it. I don't think does that
maintain outside of it?
That's a good question. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you don't have to stay with him.
All right, let me target you with this, and then he's gonna heal him first. Cast spell, no problem. I didn't get to target with that, so I got to target beforehand. Okay.
Yeah, if you do it from your character sheet, you need to target beforehand.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. All right, so that, and then he's gonna heal him. How many health points does he need? 33. Okay. So let's do a second level cure wounds.
Divine Smite.
Perfect.
Do we have new rules for picking up our allies?
Feeling
I
a
want
lot
like
better.
Night Raid.
Feeling a lot better. And now I will make my survival.
Say that again, Forrest. What's the
Can,
question?
can we have new rules for picking up our allies? I want it to be like Night Raid.
I'm not familiar with Night Rain.
The duality of man.
That is
20 and
insane.
Whoa,
In Night Raid, you don't heal your allies to pick them up. You smack them with your sword.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have said something at the same time as Casey was talking about. I putting the goggles on
Not feasible, myth. Don't worry.
mechanized cap.
Okay, so the survival was to track them. You do that without any issue, and perception is as you are going west, the sparse forest in this area. You easily spot Jeremy, who like wedged himself underneath a tree in between some bushes, like 150 yards down, and he appears to be unharmed.
Man, this donkey has better survival instincts than most of our group.
Appears to be unharmed.
appears. Yeah,
You
right,
you,
continue,
you
sir.
critically succeeded your perception. You're very confident in your ability to perceive this.
Yes, quite confident. Am I giving away? Yeah, I would be giving away a D6 right now, wouldn't I?
Let's
Also,
see.
who voted last time?
Oh yeah, who did?
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start off the session by giving a D6 to Kane.
Much appreciated.
Tradition, dude. The guy saves lives out here. Keep it juiced.
Boris won the vote, so Boris roll 1d6 for inspiration.
I will roll for Kane as well. Sweet. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
That's what we like.
Kane getting a juicy fucking full 6. That's nice.
Feels good, man. He's got 9 inspiration now to work with.
That being said, with the checks that I was able to find Jeremy, I'm obviously going to very stealthily, or ideally within him being able to perceive the location or the idea where they're going, their direction of travel. He's going to either wait it out, or if they've already passed the zone of what I believe to be the safe zone, he's going to retrieve Jeremy and quietly get him to come back. I know I can't speak to Jeremy, but I feel like I've been around him long enough for him to understand that I'm an ally to him, whether he likes me or I like him or not.
Yeah.
He's definitely more amicable towards you than Ramble.
Yeah,
Did
you
him a bunch of times, so
you take a look around the area. There doesn't seem to be any lingering threats. You come in closer, and a strong smell hits your nose.
oh, he shit himself.
Yeah. There's a nice large pile between Jeremy's legs.
Not gonna lie, buddy. I understand. There's no judgment here.
Okay. And then you manage to escort him back. Well, make an animal handling check. Just don't critically fail.
Yep, I figured there would be an animal handling. That's fair. Very fair. It's not a critical fail.
It is not a critical fail.
It was fucking close though.
Okay, so everyone else in the camp. With Zint gone, several minutes pass without any sign of him or Jeremy. What does everyone else do?
Well, I'm not standing in the open. I'm standing in retreat. I'm just keeping my eyes.
Just in case a fucking wave shows up.
I think Kane's going west to search for him.
My 3 points is that if my regular inspiration is full, does that go to my temporary?
Yes. Whew.
Just, Boris, what are you two doing?
Just berries, discourages, and then go to bed.
Okay, make a nature check.
Second.
Borg dives back into his tent to nap.
Yep.
Make sure not state's going to be fucking more than well done.
If anything, Myth, I'm making a journal entry of bog scourges.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying in all caps.
Not to be fucked with.
$12.
So last time when you guys fought bog scourges, you decided to cook one up in, or I don't remember if you cooked it, but you ate some of one of them, and you managed to just barely stomach it by like critically succeeding on your Constitution check.
Disgusting.
As you're handling these to bury them, you do notice that they seem to be perhaps not physically cleaner, but they appear to be in a healthier condition than the previous ones that you guys fought.
You're
Maybe
encouraging
they
me to
fed
eat it.
recently.
Your mic quality. I couldn't understand what you said. Can you say again?
You're encouraging me to eat this one.
Not encouraging you, just informing you.
Alright, Gus saves the second one, cuts off a nice haunch. If we can say that about a scourge.
Okay, you have a scourge drumstick now.
And he takes a bite.
Raw?
No, I told you, it's seared in fire.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that. Okay. It
What do you want me to roll?
it tastes like chicken.
Hmm.
You don't have to roll any save. It's fine.
Wow.
Okay, in that case, he digs the other one up as well. Was there only 2 dead? Oh, there's 3 dead.
Yeah, there was one that was a summoned thing from Vorix's thing, and then yeah, so you guys killed 3. It looks like.
Zarala's sketching the one he's next to.
Okay, what are you keeping it as a specimen to study, or what are you doing with it?
No, I'm just kind of drawing a depiction of it, and
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Go ahead and roll a survival check to catch the meat off of these. All right. Because these things are smaller than most other things, you can't get as much meat off of them, but you get enough to use in place of a ration, so you get 1 ration's worth of scourge meat.
By the end of this campaign, this guy is going to be immune to literally anything that could potentially even be thought to be consumed.
well, he's technically got poison immunity now. Or resistance.
Poison is not disease, though.
This is true.
Is that something else you can do in this, where you like slowly give yourself small, tiny doses of poisons to gain immunity? Can you actually do that in D&D?
Not mechanically, but a DM can
I've just-
can you let you do whatever the fuck? So,
Fair enough.
kinda.
Instead of creating an item for that, I've just added 1 to my rations.
Yeah, sounds good.
I mean, that Igor was kind of the microdosing on its own, so.
Yeah. Good point.
All right, I'd like to
Okay,
return
so-
with Jeremy. Yeah.
Kane, as you go off in search of supporting Zent, make a survival check.
Okay, and he's also going to cast first level Cure Wounds on himself since he's still hurt. Let me.
Giving himself a pat on the shoulder.
Let's see.
The only thing this steak is missing, guys.
Some good healing there.
That works. He's okay, so survival check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also not bad.
Feels good.
Yeah, Jeremy left an easy enough trail to follow.
It wasn't a shit trail, but you know, that came later.
And you meet Zent as he's coming back with Jeremy in tow, and the stench also hits you as you realize that
Ooh, God.
it appears Zent has stepped in it. One of the wheels of the cart has rolled through it. The scent is noticeable.
Woof. Jesus.
I need to take a shower.
Let's see, I'm trying to check if he has like something to clean this shit. I don't think he does.
There's a spell for it, and I know it's probably in Kane's repertoire, but yeah.
It's not readied.
Yeah.
I have a question. Does Zent wear shoes?
No, I wear no shoes. I am bird feet.
Fortunate for you.
It is unfortunate for me. Yes, correct. Anybody got a power washer? I don't care if you flay the flesh from my
The good
bones.
news is his bird feet should not have feeling in them because they are bones.
I have fire hands.
What do you mean my feet are bones? Have you ever eaten chicken feet before?
Actually, I
Chinese
have.
delicacy. It's a Chinese delicacy. Yeah, of course I have.
Pickled, actually, I was made to eat it by my neighborhood.
You're made to eat it.
Anyways, yeah, we're back. I probably smell like donkey shit now, but we're here. We're here. We alright. Bleep bloop. Need a fucking shower.
Okay, so this entire fight with the Scourges took place at dawn, right after you guys finished resting here. Do you guys want to do a short rest or just push on as is?
Pack up and leave.
And leave.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty good on health. Might as well.
I think it's getting a move on, yeah. Because I mean, we were fortunate enough to get our long rest. A couple spell slots got used. I think not very many. Nothing big, I believe.
Let's move a hex from here and then take a short rest.
I'm cool with that. I'm keen with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a really good idea because it might tie into what Zent wants to do, real quick. Given the last time we came up this direction. How far are we?
Oh yeah, you can wash in the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if we travel a hex and then you say like half a hex, we're gonna stop in 600.
Mhm.
We'll take a short rest in there, and
Okay.
then Zend is going to cleanse himself,
Yeah.
bathe
Okay.
deeply in the river waters.
Before that, this is going to get to 3 out of 3 on this hex. So somebody roll me a D100.
All right,
Come on, Dress.
Mr. English.
Let's do it, Dress. You know it's all you, Dress.
Nice.
There you go, Dress.
That's our boy rolling low.
So what do we get?
Something good. Please be something good.
Diamonds.
No, that comes later. You
No,
find a mine,
No,
but you have to.
how that works is you might find a mine, but you have to come back later and prospect it.
You
Well,
have to
again, to try to
prospect it,
get
yeah.
the diamonds.
Prospecting
That's
is
what's
where you
happened
get
every
your
other time.
precious materials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a process. You don't just walk into an area and then magically get all the diamonds you ever wanted. I wish.
Dang.
Some diamonds can be found at surface level.
I think orichalcum would be great too.
Considering how diamonds are created naturally, the chances of you finding diamonds on the surface are less than finding diamonds at all below, and even that is rare.
Okay. Oh, you need
there
a
is still a
13 or
chance.
under to get a north source, so you just find a water source.
There we go.
Well, it's awesome.
There you go,
Then
you
this
can wash
lake
your
source
feet in
and that
after
lake source are
drinking
connected.
water.
Yep,
Because there's
you
a
find
pond to.
you find a place for Zent to wash up then.
Fair enough. Oh, water
Boom.
source. I'm about to sully it, but it's happening.
And we get that wheel washed off.
I'm gonna go fishing then.
And so you said that Jeremy had stepped in it too?
The cart
Jeremy
has
produced
rolled
it.
through it.
Okay. We just wash all the shit off.
Trying to find a good icon for.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll tell you what, I was debating not cooking that steak, but it's fucking worth it.
That was for fishing, by the way.
Ah. Nice well icon.
Okay,
So,
so you
you can
guys
put
take
the
a short
fish
rest here.
icon there again, because it's
Yep.
to the right. That hex to the right's another water source too.
So a water source and a fishing source are not the same thing.
Oh, they're not.
Whenever a water source is discovered, there's a percentage chance that it becomes a fish source, and that was not rolled this time. So, as you
Okay.
spend some time fishing, you find that there are no fish. This seems to be a temporary pond that changes based on the weather. Sometimes it dries up, sometimes it comes back.
Kind of like a retention well.
Yeah. Okay. So Zent cleans up. You guys clean up the cart a little bit as well, and then we can continue north. Okay.
Are we going right in? Oh, it still says dress is in initiative for me on the top.
It does.
Oh. Well, let me clear that. Here we go.
So we should probably cross the river first, and then.
That's what the intention was, yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Because last time we did not cross the river, we came right up, and in the right up process, we ran into the warband.
Oh, we
was gonna
did
be-
cross the river last time.
No, we went straight up.
Well, we crossed the river after the fork. We're crossing before the fork now.
Yeah.
So what's the verdict?
I
Yeah.
say we go right into this hectare, but parties to determine this one. But Zed wants to be more mindful of the potential of that other group of tabaxi trying to catch us
Well, I
again
would
on the
want to
road.
swim up the river, but that's a mute point.
I mean, if we follow the river up, it would allow you to be inside the river.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just swim. That's fine. I don't see a problem with it.
So I guess we're gonna follow the river, myth.
Okay.
Yeah, follow the river up, but we're just going to be very
Someone
cautious considering.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Someone roll me a d12.
Oh yeah, we haven't had a D12. I'll get the first of the day. Number 7.
And
Okay.
I guess I'll swim submerged underwater up the river though. Bobbing up my head up like a turtle every once in a while.
Check for pearls while you're in there.
Okay, one more
Bye.
d12.
Someone else grab that one.
I'll roll a d12.
Here you go.
Oh.
12.
That was an angry roll.
Strong 12.
You guys approach the trading post from the west, like the first time you guys did so.
Yep.
Are there any minotaurs chilling, chopping down trees?
Yep, you find a couple.
Nice.
Working hard.
Good lads.
Oh, those trees look familiar. They grow fast around here.
No guards at the door.
Spore just swims across.
I'm not surprised by that. Well, I guess since we kind of stole the guy that guards this door from the other side, so
Yeah. Though another one does sort of walk out.
Oh.
in 90% tabaxi, Zen's going to announce himself and let them know that while he wasn't informed we were on our way up this time, he did expect us in the near future. So we're here to do
Yes.
some more trade.
You are Planet Express, correct?
Yes, which also stings a reminder of Gajaku no longer being with us, and the temptation to change the name in spite of the fact that Gajaku vanished with our spice.
Let me bring Jeremy over here as well.
Thank you. And he will also say, and we learned our lesson from the last time we traveled up here, and we took a safer before traveled route.
Rest in peace, Big G.
Yes, although you should also be aware that the Tabaxi have begun doing the occasional patrol on this side of the river as well.
Then we'll sigh and say, and we'll prepare for that unfortunate circumstance when those times come. Hopefully not.
Well, Goldtail should be expecting you, so you can head on in. Is everything in the cart to be sold?
That will say pretty much, yeah. Everything in the cart is for trade, is for sell, and yeah, we'll
Don't even remember what all is in there. Let's take a look.
random village resources.
Yeah, there's like 50 hides and 30 metal ingots. So
Yeah.
yeah.
He did say he wanted metal ingots. I don't think he said much about the hides. Take them anyways, if you will. I also have resources in my my bag, specifically for another reason though. I was preparing for the return back here, but yeah. Because I made a request before I left.
Remind me what that was.
A lens or a substance or a magical stone or something of that variety that enhances light and darkness.
Oh yeah.
He didn't give a time frame, but he said on your next return, maybe I'll have produced something.
Yeah. Does he live?
Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu!
Run.
Fuck! Does Bramble yet live?
No.
No. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, I can stream it for you, and you can direct me with what to do with Bramble if you want.
Play by extension is still better than not playing at all. We need to figure out your laptop situation. I wish I could. You know what? I do have a spare. When we meet up, I'll bring it with me to see.
There's nothing wrong with this laptop. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this laptop.
What's going on then? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, neither do I, Rob. That's the problem, bud.
Fair enough.
But there's nothing wrong with this laptop.
Well,
it just won't load this, and I don't know why. Sorry, I didn't mean to take away from what was going on. Please, guys, continue.
No, you're good.
yeah, you're fine.
Summary of what you missed. So the fight with the Scourge took place in the morning, and at the start of the fight, you guys had Jeremy flee the battlefield. He fled to the west, and the Scourges were also flying towards the west.
Yeah, sorry, he's dead.
So Jeremy was running in the same direction that the Scourges were chasing, and he managed to wedge himself between some bushes and trees, and was fine when Zent found him. Though
Oh, no zombie donkey.
not
Nope.
not today.
I think I rolled
Um,
high enough to spare him.
There was a brief incident related to that, but nothing serious. And
He fucking shit himself, and I fucking stepped in it. My animal handling check did not work out as well as my other two checks. I needed a bramble for that.
yeah, so after that, they headed north, found a water source where they cleaned things up a little bit, and then continued up towards Goldtail, where they approached from the west side of the river and managed to avoid any Tabaxi patrols, which they then learned that the Tabaxi have started patrolling the west side of the river as well.
So future threat. We'll just have to be more cautious and careful.
So the Tabaxi are patrolling the West Bank.
Yep, they're just basically circling all the way around Goldtail now.
The West Bank of Gaza.
Okay.
They're closing their net, so to speak.
Yeah, I wonder what they want.
These nuts.
Yeah.
That's all they're gonna
They can gargle
get it. Yeah, you right. All right. Well, Zent is here. Zent would like to announce obviously the arrival of goods for trade. Wants to know if there's progress on those lenses or the item in general, based on whatever it was that was happening.
Yeah, he will pull out a nice sized gemstone
Ooh.
and show it to you that this is a gem of dark sight. It allows you to do as the name implies. This is the best I could find on short notice.
Zent will say that's still better than expected. Let's crunch numbers. What are we looking at? What is the damage?
I would be willing to part with this for 185 kismets.
And Zent brought 300 pounds worth of goods in his bag, and we'll place the bag on the counter, and it will ask if we can start with trading goods to maybe accumulate the kismets to tally up some patronage.
Certainly. Let's see. Okay.
Man, this cat's got connections, man. He just came up with this in like a week.
It's a little longer than a week, but not that much.
It was about 2, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because you guys stayed an extra week in town to wait for the winter to end, and then you guys went out and got the extra axe weeks, and then spent another week coming back to town and chilling out with them for a couple days. So it's been probably 3 weeks actually.
Still pretty impressive.
Yeah. He offers to pay a kismet for 5 metal ingots, and then 1 kismet per leather. And then half that for the hides. So 1 per 2 hides. So that would be 1 plus 20 plus 5. So 26 for the stuff you have in your bag of holding.
Okay.
So go ahead and add 26 or wherever you're keeping your kismets.
Kismet coins, and I have the coin bag. You said 26?
Yeah.
Okay. 20. So I have 67 in my bag now.
And that will be an additional 31 for the stuff in the cart, right?
There's
let's
probably
see,
more
yeah.
in the cart than there is. Okay.
Because that's mostly hides. It would have been more valuable to bring leather instead. But
Yeah, I'll have to do some leather working the next time we go back. I've been good at getting hides, but not
so
manufacturing.
the extra kismets from the stuff in the cart, do you just want to put it in your inventory to keep it in one place for now?
Yeah, how much was it? 30?
Another 31.
31, okay. Alright.
So will he take anything on credit? Like,
I kind of have a tab going with this guy already.
oh, okay, never mind.
But that's not to say that it can't be, like, Zent wouldn't be able to, not necessarily swindle, but might be able to produce something with this, because this return trip here came with a little bit more purpose. The idea was that Zent wanted to get a hold of this gem or something akin to Darksight, because the next time we were coming here, some kind of espionage was supposed to happen. Some level of nighttime activity was supposed to happen. So having access to dark vision without the need for a spell was going to be important.
So, if having access to dark vision benefited the task, couldn't we get that at a discount?
Well, technically, the task is entirely beneficial to us from like beginning to end. Because I'm not sure if you remember what the intention was, but Goldtail and Zent discussed not breaking into, but slipping into a barracks that was nearby. And now that we have a map, we know exactly where it is. But slipping into a barracks and absconding with all of their food, all of their stores, which would force them out of the fort to go either to another one to seek more refuge, or to go back home to get their own resources.
Do you explain this in character, or is this just an out of character thing?
I mean, if Druss was confused in that moment and wanted explanation, then he would repeat that to him. Especially since only Zent and Zrala can understand, and tongues hasn't been cast here. So.
Oh yeah, good point. Well,
No, just suggesting you try and negotiate a cheaper price
Goldtail, yeah.
because it benefits the task.
I got you.
Yeah, on the topic of that, I would be open to lending it to you during your excursion, and if you are successful, I could even give you a discount on it.
That would be of great interest, and also there might be other things that we're able to acquire while we're in this location. So, who's to say that
is
else
a
happens?
topic that requires diving a little deeper into it. How about we go up to my office on the floor above?
All right.
Is it everybody coming upstairs? Is everyone interested in this?
Everyone can go up if you want.
Yeah, because stuff happening. I love espionage.
You have to go around the.
Yeah, I see the wooden boards. I like that it tells you what we're doing now. Oh, I don't want to sit on your desk.
Saving that for Bramble.
Does Bramble want to come up?
That's my job.
That's a Bramble's. You would see me leaning on it. You would come in, just stand there and stare at me at the door. Are you gonna occupy my spot? Move, bird.
Be like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, just walking beside you. That's my spot.
That's my spot. As I'm sitting at your corner of the couch. Like,
that's my spot.
Move.
So do you indeed do that? Go like just chill out on his desk?
That's what exactly.
Absolutely.
Every time he's been here. Literally every time he's been here.
Just dangling your legs off like a small child?
Is it Armand? Are we in Armand's? The stream isn't working for me, so where are we?
It's Goldtail, bro.
Oh, I'll restart it for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, dude, right on the right on his desk, like kicking
Right.
your legs out like a toddler.
Right in front of him, into his lap, probably staring at
Can you
him.
move me? I'm lagging.
That's how I sit with Armand too, right in front of him.
Armand's just used to Bramble's blasphemy at this point. Just ignores him at this point. I love it.
Thank you.
I'm showing respect. I'm paying attention.
Bramble's such a funny character.
Yeah, can you see the stream now, Aaron? I restarted it.
Smelly boy in bed.
Oh, I sure can.
Nice.
No.
So it's not broken anymore. You're good. No problem.
Okay.
Is
so,
Joe supposed to have tremor sense or blind sight on?
What do you mean?
I
I
can
don't think you have
see
them on.
the ripples that indicate tremor sense.
Sometimes you can do that if they're close enough, because the game also has an innate ability to hear things, and if you can hear a creature without seeing them, it will do that. Even if you
Right.
don't have tremor sense on. Tremor sense just extends that range out to really far.
Casey.
Yes, what? What's up?
That is the wrong side of the desk.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
He's literally dangling his legs into his lap.
Yeah, like right directly in front of him. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Just staring him in the eyes.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. First order of business is that this excursion is more a solo job than a group activity.
Did you have fish for lunch?
That's good.
I have fish for every lunch.
Oh my
Are
god!
you a pescatarian?
You said piscatarian and I'm piscatarian. I hate this. I hate this so much.
The fort that they are stockpiling their supplies in, you should have on the map that you made last time. The goal, as I described before, is not to burn it down, not to cause massive damage, not to let them even assume that they are under attack. We want to make them think that one of their own is stealing, that one of them might be corruptly taking away food for their own benefit rather than for the good of the troops that are stationed around the area. So
Sabotage.
please have restraint in what you're doing, because this is supposed to be the first of many such activities.
Sowing discord. I like it.
I do not wish to give up the game on the first play.
So who's our patsy?
Zent's gonna ask if he has any information on the people that are inside of that fort, that someone that would be a more prime suspect that they could obviously frame for this kind of thing.
He's asking you who's the fat one.
Jesus.
So he takes a piece of paper off of his desk and hands it over to you. In your time learning Tabaxi, you have not quite mastered the art of reading and writing it. But you can get the gist that it appears to be a manifest of food deliveries, and there are a few lines at the end that suggest that someone has been shipping them away to a different destination than they would originally be intended for.
Oh.
You can plant this in the ledger if you can find it safely. But above it all, the most important thing is to not let yourself be spotted. Even if you escape, just being spotted itself will give them reason to be suspicious.
Fair.
So, even if you are successful in stealing the food but can't plant this, that is acceptable. Although, if you can do both, that is preferred.
So this was Fort Cosatin, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I'm looking at the map now.
Does
Going
being
through-
spotted as a bird matter, or if you spotted if he's able to transform into a tabaxi? Or alter his image into that of a tabaxi?
Even a tabaxi entering the fort would be questioned and asked for identification, which would be suspicious if right after a new tabaxi arrives and then leaves, that suddenly a large chunk of food is vanished.
I didn't know
So
if they had like a recruitment process of people
this-
coming into the fort.
So this fort was not originally a fort. It used to be a town, but then with King Soon's activities here, it has been refitted to be a fort, and the security measures have obviously increased during that time. So it is
What
not
Happened to
particularly
the
easy to
town
just.
people.
Most of them have either moved intentionally on their own. Some of them joined me here. In fact, others have moved further inland to towards the capital.
So the people weren't oppressed and just their home was taken from them.
More or less, but they were compensated, if that is what you're concerned about. Though not all of them were
Fairly
done entirely
compensated.
voluntarily. That's why some of them joined me here, for example.
Indeed.
Zerala being able
Compulsory
to
purchase, it's called.
Say again?
No.
Compulsory purchase, where the government demands you sell them that property.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seizure's a bitch.
Especially if you're athletic.
Especially what?
If you're athletic, seizure.
Oh.
Zent's doing some inventory cleaning, trying to clean some things up in preparation.
Would Zen benefit from the armor of the Ice Serpent at all? I don't think it does enhance
He's already got advantage.
actual height.
Oh, I am fine. Like if there would be nobody more fit for this right now.
How far from here was the fort?
Like a day or two
7
travel.
miles, maybe.
Oh,
maybe a
then
little more.
not that long for me
Yeah,
then,
it's
because I
not
can
that
fly.
bad.
So there's no point for us to even leave here. While he's going to do that, would there be anything around town the rest of us could do?
Making money.
Well, the rest of the group, you guys have a few options. You could, if you want to accompany him, then you could potentially take a roundabout way and camp a short distance away from the fort. And then if something does go bad, then at the very least you can draw their ire away from here by going northeast and then circle back through the Minotaur lands. But if you prefer not doing that, you could maybe assist the Minotaurs with chopping some trees or carry some cargo around.
You guys want to be on standby for potential distraction, or do you want to tag along?
We would slow you down if anything.
Well,
Someone who
I'm
can
not
fly
saying
so
coming
high
in
the
with me.
sky.
Coming in with me, no. I mean, like, you guys make travel on your own, but you come in slower than I do. Zen goes
That's
in.
what I'm saying.
What if I forcibly follow you anyway?
Someone,
You sabotage
who
the
has
entire thing.
exerting his prowess of
Oh.
becoming invisible and being able to fly, you can move much faster than us, not be seen, and we would only slow you down and draw attraction to ourselves.
Invisibility only lasts an hour. Zen will be going in during the night anyways.
And flying there, you could fly there in an hour, definitely 5
Yeah.
miles.
Well, it would be as soon as probably like 10 p.m. Zen would start flying out there to go there.
You
You don't
wouldn't necessarily cast invisibility on yourself if
Are
you're
you-
up high in the sky 400 feet.
Are you gonna? Hey, quiet! You're a blue fish. You don't know much.
I know we're talking into back
Oh.
so you can't understand us.
No, remember 10%. 10% of the language. I get 1 out of every 10 words you guys are saying.
You can understand the eyes and knees, maybe, but
Yep.
I don't
And
know if you can understand anything else.
To be
and
fair, he is a monk. He knows a lot about sneaking into all the boys' rooms.
Oh my god, we're not doing that here.
Oh,
We're not doing that here.
Really.
Myth, for transparency, I have moved
5 points, Rob.
I've moved all non-essentials from my bag of holding into my regular backpack. I've moved my backpack, which I am announcing that I'm leaving it here inside this building. I'm bringing my thieves' tools with me because they are clearly a part of the job. Whole equipment is coming with me, but my bag I'm leaving here. What I did was I placed it inside my private tower storage thing so that it didn't apply the weight to my body. Preparation.
But bird, if you can't fly 5 miles an hour, it's because your wings cursed. You can't
Like,
fly.
I'm fine. The issue is not going to and from. The issue was just like, say I'm made
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason. Having a
We wouldn't be able to do anything about it anyways, other than
Yep.
you fly north.
probably.
Are,
I'm
are
confident.
you going to tell us? Are you telling us that you're leaving to go do this, or are you just going to disappear and we're never going to see you again?
I'm letting you know. I'm not just gonna
Okay.
probably prefer I just fucked off on him and then it was like, fuck the bird guy.
Anybody know where Zant went? He's been gone for like 6 days.
I will say this: I switched the location of my Kismats to the bag I'm leaving here.
into the fucking spice before they fucked off.
That's what you're supposed to do. Prepare for the inevitability that you might get fucked.
You shouldn't have told me that though, because like currency is meaningless to me.
I'm just letting the party know.
Yeah, he's just gonna empty the bag because he thinks it's all worthless.
I'm gonna have to go buy me some fucking magic beans up in this bitch.
Would you be so kind, Myth, if Goldtail was willing to allow me the stone of Darksight for this operation? I am definitely going to be taking it for its base value at the time. Obviously, later on I'm going to try and work with it to turn it into a lens. However that happens, that'll be something that I do back at the town.
So how does this work for now? Do you just like hold it up against your eye and look through it or something? Like,
I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It would have to be like what Myth allows in the usage of it.
I think right now
it would depend on what the item is.
Let me shrink down into chipmunk form. Actually, let me shrink down into half size and then change into a chipmunk and then hold it against your eye while I hang onto the side of your ear.
So I was going to say that I wanted Bramble to come with me as a rodent, but I don't know if that's a good idea since if I go invisible, you would be visible and I would be not there.
Mm-hmm.
Just a floating fucking squirrel.
Hey, that chipmunk can fly.
I'm worried about that. I know you said that you wanted to come with me for whatever I do. I don't think this one will be one that you'll be able to.
Oh, trust me. If you take me, I'm gonna fuck things up.
Don't worry, you can take Vorx.
The little one stays here.
Vorx can move so slow he's imperceptible.
Vorx is the kind of guy that says, I'm super stealth, and he walks around with a tiny fucking twig in front of his face being held by 2 fingers. That's the Vorx
He would
stealth.
just stop there. How could they can't see me? I'm imperceptible to the human eye.
If I can't see them, they can see me.
Vorx moves so slowly they cannot perceive Vorx.
Fuck's sakes. I'm surrounded by clowns. Anyways, yeah, that's the idea is definitely to do that. Is to go in there, plant this this letter in the ledger that you mentioned, or this the sheet into the ledger. Acquire all of food or as much as I can physically take out of there with my bag. 0 fatalities, casualties. Kill nobody.
Didn't he say
Never
not
get
to
seen.
take all that you can take, but just a moderate amount? That way we can go back?
I don't think that's what he wants at all.
Because this was just the first tape of the game and it didn't work.
Where is it you're going? Are you going to the actual like city?
This is the first location. No, I'm going to a fort that's nearby. It's a couple miles
Fort.
just away from here. To the
Yeah,
east.
if you
I'm
look at
guessing it's like a military thing, like they wouldn't let civilians
yeah,
be roaming around or whatever.
It's a way station for them, so to speak.
yeah. So if you look at my stream, it's the fort here, Fort Cosatan, right on the river, between Cosalem County and Bralem County. That's it.
Am I supposed to be seeing all this, or is this the map that we were given?
Yeah, this is the map.
It was
Yeah.
given to
Okay.
Drolic and Zent.
Also, so if anybody wants to be or to volunteer to be a distraction, Kane would definitely go along, and Kane would. I think it would be cool if Kane, like, we established a time frame where, like, every 5 minutes or so from when you leave the party and go on your raid, he'll use sending to send you a text message, and you can send back.
Check-ins.
Say what?
Again,
Yeah, check-ins. Exactly. Yep.
to a party of known delinquents.
What is
to
the
a-
rule with that spell? How quickly does the response have to be? Can it be delayed?
That's a good question, Myth. How quickly does it work? I mean, do you have to respond immediately with sending?
I think you do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would allow like a reasonable delay within like a minute or two, but
Also, it's not verbal. It's mental. It's a telepathic message. So it's not like I could be completely silent still, but I sent out a message in my head.
yeah,
So
it
it's
says
not
that it
gonna
has a
affect
duration
myself.
of 1 round, but I'm not going to be strict on like 6 seconds. But it can't be an hour.
Um,
Okay,
if you ping Zent, Zent will respond.
cool.
But-
So, does anybody want to go with them?
Just for go.
Okay.
Once again, you're not coming inside with me.
Gross.
Yeah, no distraction.
That's bad.
The distraction's a just in case. It's not. We don't want anybody unnecessarily risking themselves just to create a commotion and escape. It's a just in case.
I have been listening.
Okay. That being said,
A,
both
a
things.
distraction like maybe a naked dwarf riding a bear.
We'll definitely do it.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Well, they might have seen a bear before. They've never seen a dwarf before.
Hey, bear fucker!
God damn it. That being said, if Kane is going to come out, we're going to camp at a distance that is safe, reasonably safe, away from it, but enough that Zent can reach the fort in swift time. And the reason being is Zent will be asking Kane for a couple spell aids in the process.
Perfect.
One of them being to start off this thing, invisibility, so I don't have to use my own. That way, I can infiltrate extremely quickly.
Okay.
And I can maintain my invisibility as an emergency rather than using it as the process.
That's good. I like that.
Some important note for you to realize that this is
Yep.
a military fort. It is
Yep.
almost a guarantee that they have someone on watch with sea invisibility active.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the kick the door in then at least.
So even if you are invisible, stick to the shadows, stick
Yep,
behind trees. Don't expose yourself in the open.
invisibility is just the ad.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do
other
you
than
want? Do you want Sanctuary? What other buffs do you want?
No, freedom of movement.
Oh yeah, we haven't used that yet. Let's go.
We did, the last time I did an infiltration, we used it.
Oh.
You gave me Cat's Grace.
Oh. I forgot. Cool.
I think that's what it was, wasn't it, Myth?
I think Zakari did that.
Somebody did it, yeah.
I think Cat's Grace might be enhanceability,
Oh, I think you're right.
but I think freedom of movement doesn't have multiple variants. So I think that was free enhanceability from Dross,
Is it concentration?
most likely.
No, it's not. It's just a 1 hour.
Yeah.
Invisibility is also. No, it's a concentration. So you would use freedom of movement and then invisibility. That would allow me to move if somebody happens to see me, and then uses whole person. It wouldn't do anything. At least it gives me some time to escape.
I can
And then
cast invincibility on you.
That's an added. It's another bonus. Another
Before
bonus.
I'm just gonna go and just march around the city for 6 rounds, and on the 7th round he's gonna blow his horn.
So what else?
Bring down the walls of Jericho.
Give you 10 extra feet.
What was that?
I can also cast Long Strider and give you 10 extra feet speed.
That would be definitely good, regardless. Just because it's a day thing, you give it to me for the whole day.
So Sanctuary doesn't use concentration, so he can just cast that on you anyway.
I don't think you should use Sanctuary on me because I thought Sanctuary created a visible effect.
Oh, let's see, does it? Must be on a failed save. I don't think it says that. Yeah, it doesn't say that it gives a visual effect anyway. Does it, Matthew or Myth? Sanctuary?
It's a holy effect, is why I assumed it did. Because every other holy ability we've seen creates some kind of visible. Like-
Yeah, it has the circle radius around you.
No, a Sanctuary, I don't think... It doesn't say that in the description anyway. I don't know.
Spirit Guardians is the circle.
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to, or a visual effect of it.
But that's, I think, more for the convenience of the players than anything.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
I need
it
Sanctuary.
gives any visible effects.
Perfect, so we can do
Now,
Sanctuary...
when it
oh, mhm.
activates, like if someone tries to attack you and is forced not to be able to, that might be visible. But the passive ability, or when it's passive and not doing anything at that moment, then it's probably not visible.
I'll leave it up to you what happens when Zet and you get there. If you want to put all these effects on me, you would fucking.
Yeah, might as well buff you up.
It's turning it into an Elden Ring fight where I'm sitting at the door buffing with all these fucking things right now before I go in.
So, Kane can cast Bless, Sanctuary, and Invisibility. And that'll be 2 concentrations and Sanctuary, of course. So,
What are the things that can take Sanctuary off?
Nothing. You'd have to take the concentration from the
magic.
caster.
if,
Spell
Magic
magic.
too, yeah.
if Zint attacks something, then Sanctuary will disappear, I think, right?
Yeah. I will not be attacking anything, so yeah, that would definitely work out. The only
That's what I mean though, like if he takes the disengage action, that's not gonna drop it or whatever.
No.
Myth, quick question.
Uh-huh.
Long Strider's a level 1 spell. It doesn't say anything about being able to cast it at level 2. So I can't cast it at level 2 and give him, say, 20 feet per turn, can I?
It does not have any upcast benefits. You can cast it with whatever level spell slot you have, but yeah, it does not benefit from upcasting.
Ah, sucks.
It's okay. In terms of air movement, anyways, I still have the most movement of everybody here.
Oh, I'm still going to give you it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Turning my 50 into 60 is always good.
What do you want enhance ability on? Or do I not bother clicking on anything for choosing
Probably
it?
dexterity, but like we'll approach that when we get there because we still have to travel out there. And then we set up. I think we should set up a non-visible camp. No campfire.
Also, I think we should sleep here first, and that way Kane can get all his spell slots back, and then we go. Or I guess everybody can, but I'm thinking about Kane's play here.
Yep.
How long do you think your entire infiltration is gonna take from when you leave?
Oh, from when we leave, if it's
No, like from when you fly away from us.
an hour, I'm capping it out between an hour and 2 hours. And I say that because there's an hour on first invisibility, and my invisibility will be another hour. So my maximum time that I'll spend there is 2 hours, but I want to be in and out faster, as fast as possible, while maintaining the not being seen aspect.
The protection from good and evil only lasts 10 minutes. That's why I was asking.
I don't know if that would even give me any benefit in this situation. Unless I'm walking into a place that has like some kind of demon or something.
You don't know what's in there.
That's true. cat people.
What if
Yeah.
what if this is an
Protecting from the
Oblivion fort?
aberrations.
Yeah, it's Oblivion. You get there, it's all full of skeletons and vampires and shit.
Yeah, plot twist, baby.
I signed up for it.
Do you want to here?
In any case, yeah, all of these
Right.
very nice bonuses and benefits. Hey, baby, what's up?
So Vorix, are you coming too? And Zralok.
Probably not.
Probably
Unless
not.
they want me to.
Very likely not. I think the smaller amount of people, the better for not being seen, and then having them on standby for the off chance that like we're on escape. Just to have a couple people nearby. Say I'm injured on my way out. Yeah, I ate the wings. So what? I ate one of the pieces of the bruschetta too. Yeah, it was fantastic. Thank you. I said it was fantastic. Thank you. I did. Close the door behind you. Thank you.
Go tell. Now that they've had that conversation, the incident that they were involved in a couple weeks ago, would they have been marked and recognized as individuals to land to any of the guards?
I think
Probably
that anyone
as
involved
a
in that fight
wanted
would definitely be able to
poster.
recognize the members of your
And that
group.
their wanted poster is more than likely on the board there, yes? And then that they are also known associates of you?
This is almost a certainty, yes.
I think the closer a big group of people goes to that fort, the more likely that you will be drawn back to anything we do, whether we are spotted by a patrol around the fort or actually inside the fort.
Well, that is why I recommended approaching, if you head north from here and go to the edge of the hills and then circle around to the right so that you approach from behind the fort, you are much less likely to meet any patrols. Most of their patrols are between here and the fort. They have significantly fewer patrols north and northeast of the fort.
So we'll probably approach from
Yeah.
the north.
With
But
that said, I still represent people, and I will have to stay here and work for you moving cargo, or something else.
So as not to sabotage your own people. It makes sense.
Yes.
this is acceptable. The part of the purpose of, or the concept of having multiple accompanying Zent there is, in the event that a rapid withdrawal is needed, you guys would at least leave a little bit of a trail going in the opposite direction.
Yep.
And in fact, some of you might be particularly capable of slamming your way through bushes and brush to maybe portray yourselves as minotaurs.
I'm Bramble.
And you have a certain set of skills, do you not? This would be a good opportunity to
I'm really
potentially
good at
put them to
finding
use.
kidnapped young ladies.
An interesting skill set.
All right, Rumble.
Particular set of skills.
I will find you. I will kill you. Good luck.
So Bramble's now Liam Neeson.
In any case, the minimum amount of people.
Watch what happens if Takari gets kidnapped, bitch. You'll see.
This is all under the idea that there's a worst case scenario, because we're hoping for a not worst case scenario. We're hoping just an in and out. Job done. It's happened before in much worse circumstances. That dragon, I got that shit and I got out. He did find us later, but I got in and out.
There's that us again.
And
I said I, and then he found us. I said I, and then I said he found us.
He was looking for you.
He
What
found
is this
us.
tale you speak of?
Zed's gonna smile and say, long story, better time you'll be told.
Stole from the dragon back there?
Zed will smile coyly and say, yes, mistakes were made. However, it worked out. Mostly.
He adopted us in the end.
It was definitely not any of our charm, more of our usefulness.
Wolf and Dragon now work for Dragon.
He's my best friend.
Well, once you complete the operation, regardless of immediate success or fail, you can reach out to me with your sending spell. At the start, it would probably be best if you go into the hills, just in case they try to track you.
Yep.
They are almost certainly not going to follow you into the hills. King Sunza has little interest and even less support in starting a war with the Minotaurs.
Run to the hills.
So I will retreat. Zent will retreat to the east, at least into the hills.
Yeah, and it is likely that they may put increased surveillance on us here, out of suspicion that we may be involved. So perhaps hold off on returning here for a few days. Maybe spend some time with the Minotaurs while you're up there, and then we'll reconvene once things settle down a little bit more. Or Zent, you could even sneak your way in here, and we can settle whatever deals we have. Although your donkey either should stay here for the duration, or maybe bring him up to the Minotaurs before you start this, and then you can decide after that whatever you want to do.
I don't want him anywhere near that. I wonder how much food they have. I got room for 500 pounds base in my bag of holding.
Are there
I
any
can take
fish
Jeremy to go see the Minotaurs and try to befriend some Minotaur buddies.
Are the Minotaurs cutting trees down here or up there?
I have a few Minotaurs that I have hired for their brawn to complete a few tasks, but they generally do not reside this far south.
Oh, wait.
Probably.
This is an opportunity for Vorax. You could challenge them again, and this time bet your weapon.
Just don't. Let's stay on task. Let's stay on ideas. Let's do things. Let's do things.
That's fair.
I am.
Has everybody seen Your Highness?
Who's that?
The movie Your Highness.
Vork is absolutely starting a fight pit.
Yes, but I think staying here and earning currency would be the best decision for his rock.
Vorix, the first rule of Fight Club.
We don't talk about it. What's wrong with you?
Who wants to come bet on battles? Come bet on fights.
So Zeralek will end up staying here. It sounds like Bramble and Vorax are going to go up to the Minotaurs.
Minotaur.
Kane and Druss are going to accompany at a safe distance to the hold and wait. Like they'll send me a sending, obviously, eventually. I'll tell them of my progress, and then from then on, the idea, I guess, is for us to skirt to the north, go to the Minotaurs area, and then come back down through the north. That's what it sounds like.
Yep. Okay.
Just trying to game plan for everybody here so that's understood what's going on. That way we minimize awareness of what's going on. Keeping heat away from the good tail. And ultimately us. Zent is going to hand 10 Kismats to Bramble and Vorax. To Vorax.
Hey!
He wouldn't know what to do with it.
The reason being, you're traveling with the
I
cart.
told you. Magic beans.
You're traveling with the cart. They're going to want, if you happen to run into somebody and you have empty hands, it would be better if you have a couple Kismats to grease some palms so that they can just let you pass.
Oh, don't worry. They can catch some fucking hands.
Mercy hands.
You're gonna get
Mercy
yourself
bubble.
killed.
I'm rolling with Borix and Jeremy, the indestructible ass.
I don't know how he's still alive.
I put 10
Jeremy has never been down.
inventory and remove them from yours.
Yep, I will remove them.
I already did.
Okay, thank you. They were in the tower bag.
Yeah, I
Oh.
got them.
Okay.
Do you?
Just want to
I
make sure
guess
that
you-
they're not empty-handed.
Yeah. So the bag you're leaving here. Do you want to leave it here? Or do you want to leave it with the minotaurs?
Probably minotaurs, honestly.
Okay. So.
Rob, you're a dirtbag.
Why?
Because I was immediately going to take that and turn around and go, what can I get for this?
God damn it! I'm not a dirtbag. This is Zent knowing the audience. This is Zent understanding. Zent is very aware
Good
of the
shit.
perceptions of his eyes.
Just like you go to hand it to me and no, hang on, and then stop, and it just you're holding it over my head. Handing it to Borix. Here, no, this you take it.
Obviously, Zent will also explain to Vorix the purpose of him handing the Kismats in case they're pulled over on the side of the road and they want to search your cargo, which you'll have nothing in it because we've offloaded. It's an empty cart. It's just for travel. You're not traders. You're just traveling to and from in the area. But
We're bribing the police.
I think they wanted a Kismat per person. I think that's what it was last time I figured it out. That's why I'm giving them 10 just in case they run into more than one band. But yeah. Or they increase their prices. Whatever the circumstances is. Money's in the pocket. Oh.
Okay. So
This
are
is
you
gonna be
guys
fun.
ready to set out?
Okay.
Are we staying here for a long rest?
I think stay here, long rest, get back all slots, and prepare. Obviously, that we can use this as preparation time. We did arrive here probably late afternoon, didn't we?
Yes.
So we would probably go to bed, and then the next day, preparation, and then set out for the evening. Unless these guys want to leave earlier, like Bramble and Vorix leave earlier since they're going somewhere else entirely. So they can leave immediately in the morning if they want to. It would work out otherwise. You and Bramble are going up to the fucking Minotaurs. Remember where the big
I didn't know that's what you meant by the Minotaurs.
Yeah. Not the ones outside. The ones in the other place.
Yeah,
Can I get a piggy? Can I get a piggy on the way there?
A piggy.
I want a piggyback ride. Yeah.
I mean, what do you weigh? 2 ounces?
that's a very Vorix answer.
It wouldn't matter. He's a fucking barbarian.
I weigh about a quarter as much as your weapon.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a piggyback 3/4 of the way there if you give me a piggyback ride 1/4 of the way there.
You're bringing Jeremy in the cart with you.
Done.
I don't think you'll have an
I
issue.
can deal. Fucking deal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not even a quarter. You just gotta like ride me into town like I'm a king on your back.
I got you. Can I wild shape first?
Sure.
Who do we
Do I
lose?
get to pick the wild shape?
We lost Painsick, yeah.
Yeah. There he is.
Welcome back.
So yeah, if that's the idea, we spend the night here, we rest up, eat, drink, get ready. Zeralik's gonna stay here to make a buck for himself and stay out of trouble. Bramble and Vorix leave in the morning with the cart and Jeremy to go towards the I keep fucking braining on this. The
Minotaurs.
Yeah,
The
I don't know
Minotaur.
what sentence I'm forgetting the Minotaurs. I don't understand why I keep forgetting. But yeah, they leave in the morning with the money, go out to the Minotaurs, and then in the evening when it starts to get dark, I guess Kane, Dress, and Zent will head out in that direction towards the east. At a safe distance, like I guess northeast, and then from the north we traveled south towards the fort so that it's much more manageable since less patrols, as was stated.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Bramble, were you able to load into the game now, or are you watching KC's stream?
I am watching his stream. I gave up on Chrome. I'm trying to load it in Microsoft Edge, which I feel like killing myself right now. Thing.
Literally the worst current browser.
Holy
the worst
fuck,
current
dude!
browser.
How did they make something that was worse than Explorer? I
don't know.
I don't fucking get it.
I would recommend
But-
the browser that I use, but it's specifically for gaming computers. It's Opera GX. Like, it's so good.
Dude, I just don't get it. Like it loaded on my phone, no problem.
He should be able to download the app for Opera. I was able to.
Yeah, I'm just like, Opera GX though is something else entirely. It's not normal Opera. It's specifically for gaming computers.
Okay, so Druss, have you been able to load back in yet? Still gray screen?
3/4.
Just let me know when you
Nearly
load in
there.
so and I'll start the rest.
Yep, I'm there. I've been locked in Goldtail's bedroom now.
No.
Interesting.
I was lying in his bed.
Yep, took a quick nap while everyone else was talking.
Come out. What's everybody doing? Everyone's going to bed now. Oh, okay. I'll go back to bed then.
Just resting my eyes.
You covering cat hair?
Meow. Myth.
Okay,
The ledger. Where is the ledger? Do you have an item made for it, or do you want to just vocalize that I have it?
Oh, so it's not a full ledger. It's like a single page.
Yep.
That
So we'll
you
just
would
vocalize
insert
it.
into the ledger. Yeah, so it's just a single piece of parchment. You can do like forged backseat ledger or something if you want to give it a name, or we can just say that you have it.
Okay. For the sake of roleplay, I'm gonna produce the item because
Okay.
if I happen to get caught and I have this ledger for whatever reason, it adds to the lore. It adds to the roleplay. But
Yes, the role play.
I shouldn't. I shouldn't try to keep killing myself at every time I take a turn. So we'll see.
I just love
Still
the
fine.
like the funniness of like a fish and a bird meowing at each other. That's so good.
It's a catfish.
And I'm gonna put it in my quick access pouch with the rest of my stuff. Yeah, other than that, I think I'm pretty good.
Okay. Vorix and Dress, did the long rest thing even pop up for you guys?
Not yet.
Maybe a second, I'm gonna move. Yeah. I'm not giving you a spanking test.
There we are.
Did it pop up that time, Dress? Okay.
Hey, that's news. The D&D Beyond link in the character sheet.
Yeah, that's for like importing stuff from D&D Beyond. I did that to import some other shit. It has a lot of random items and that have some automation parts to it. Okay. Okay, so I think we are good to go.
Yep.
I'm excited for the espionage scene, the heist scene.
I love this stuff. I live for this stuff. This is why Rogue be roguing.
Yeah. So this reminds me of the first campaign we did. So Silco was a player in there, and he created a second player character that was a sneaky assassin type. And this guy did a scouting mission to infiltrate an Archmage's mansion and find stuff. Well, I don't remember exactly what we were looking for, but evidence of research or something. And so I did the Mission Impossible theme during that. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
And then he got caught.
Yep.
Dice giveth, dice taketh away.
Yep. Oh, it was funny when they fucking realized it was an archmage and that they can't really just fight the guy straight up.
That's not the same thing. That's
tried to run
runaway
away.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, they tried, and most of them got out. Okay, so I
Foolish
guess
mortal.
north and then northeast.
And Silco's other character was a knight character, kind of. And so he stole a horse and tried to ride away with it. It was great.
Fucking Silco.
Someone give me a D12.
If it's us traveling, I'm gonna take all the D12s because I'm scouting and I'm trying to keep us as close to safe as possible.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Dress and Kane trust in my scouting enough to follow through
Another
with what we're doing.
D12.
Okay.
Okay. And then another.
I mean, you took the two most least stealthy people with you, so good luck.
They're not coming in with me.
Let me do. Okay, I'm gonna leave Zent's little guy over here.
Little guy.
You mean Zralak?
Sorry. Yeah. Then the rest of you guys made it up here. Zent or Zeralik, are you able to see your character over there?
Well, how about that, Rob? I'm gonna hug
Inside
you
the
when I
room,
see you.
yeah.
Why is
Okay,
that?
just wanted to make sure.
Dude,
Must be all
that shit's
good, too.
already loaded up.
Awkward.
Oh, the GX, Opera GX? Dude, I swear by this
No.
fucking thing.
I use standard, just regular Opera.
Yeah,
But
Opera's come a long way.
I was able to install it, import all my shit over, and fucking load in, and it's already loaded up.
Yeah, Opera is above and beyond normal, and
That's
Opera GX is
wild,
for
man.
PC computers, but the one that you're on is still gold. It's still good. I'm glad to hear that it's working. Honestly, I guess it was just your browser being a shithead.
Yeah.
Well, I can guarantee you, Aaron, if Opera ever stops working, that the other one will work.
Just go back and forth.
That is what I've been doing.
Wow.
Don't forget about Firefox.
Yeah, just get all the browsers.
I don't think it worked on Firefox, though. It's just these two.
Probably not.
Comcast.
Isn't that a provider? It's ISP.
AOL.
Browser.
You know, these tiny PCs on the map are actually really convenient for dividing up the party. That's nice.
Yep.
What PCs?
The player characters.
Oh,
Characters.
okay. Oh, you're talking about on the main map.
Exactly, yeah.
Almost ready.
Mhm.
Just had to move you guys from where you were the last time you were here. Some of you were like down in the basement
Yep.
of the area.
That location is just Bramble and Vorix, though, right? Oh, we're traveling as a whole party to come up here for. No, it's
yeah. I
we'll
assumed
go this
you
way.
and I assumed you and Kane were also coming up here.
That's
I guess it doesn't really
the
matter.
idea
that much
was,
either way.
or at least what the thought process was. Bramble and Vorix left on their own in the morning, while the three of us stayed at Riven Roar and waited until dusk to come, and then we set out on our own, so that we had the cover of night to do this espionage.
Well, that's why you're all going north instead
Yeah.
of going east. You were supposed to set out from the Minotaur place and do
Yeah.
that, not from Rivenor.
Which is fine. We'll do that. That's what I'm saying. It's perfectly okay that this is what's happening instead.
Okay.
It doesn't change anything.
Let's destabilize a kingdom, everybody.
It changes a lot, Rob.
Doesn't change anything for me. I'm fine with this.
So I guess now we got to get into more specifics about like how far away we're gonna camp out from the fort once we find it, or once you find it. I guess you would probably scout ahead or something to find it, and then we would move as close as you deem safe or something. How does that sound?
Okay. So, Sherlock, since you're not here, I'm just going to make you visible. Still wander around and look at things if you want.
I was just saying, I'm at a gray screen now. I think I was about to ask you to kick me.
Oof.
Please do.
It does not show you as logged in, so it should be fine. You should be able to log in without me doing anything. Okay. There was something else I was about to do. Let's see.
Oryx, they're so big, but they live like gophers.
Oh yeah. Okay. So pushing through the night does give you guys a stack of exhaustion.
Boo.
I have to wait here until I get rid of that.
I would argue that I would be asleep in Jeremy's cart in the back. He can take my exhaustion.
Sure, I'll give him a stack of exhaustion.
All
Dwarf's
for one,
natural
Jeremy.
sprinters.
Okay. Do you guys want to do anything in particular here, or just kind of fast forward?
For at least for Zent, probably Keen and Dress, unless they want to do something. Fast forward.
I want to learn Minotaur.
Okay. Well, we'll see how long it takes for this operation, and then we'll see how
Yep.
much time you have. And same with
Yep.
Rock. It'll depend on how
Yep.
much time you guys end up having. Okay.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, even if it means
Minotaurian? Minotaurese? Minotauresian.
this guy.
Minotaurian.
Yeah, what's it called, Matthew? This is a big deal. What is it? What's the language?
Important.
Minotaur.
Minotari.
Dang.
Minotauri. Yep, I like it. First Minotaur I asked, what do you speak? I speak English, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, really.
So, everyone make a Constitution check. Oh, I'll just toggle it. Hold on.
Yep.
Only DC 10. Constitution check.
Hey, that's not good.
Bramble's a tired boy.
Yeah, don't I have a thing that can make that better?
Oh my
I have a-
god.
Oh wait, did I just? Okay, never mind. All right, I see. I thought I accidentally rolled for dress. I did
Santa's
not.
nervous about the operation and did not get a good amount of rest.
Okay. Trust sleeps soundly.
Good for him. Lucky that guy.
Well, do we want to go again for another night?
I'm not going in there until I feel rested.
Fair enough.
A -1 could mean everything going up in flames.
Been the whole day just heads together deep in thought, going over every possibility of how this can go horribly wrong.
Well, actually, like, if we stayed the night here, that was the night sleep that we had. I would be sleeping during the day anyways because this is supposed to be a night operation. I don't know.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I mean, Kane would do the same.
Although, let's see, you guys have to travel 2 hexes to get there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want to leave in the afternoon.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So we leave in the afternoon. We get there.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Bramble's exhausted just from climbing this hill.
Shut up.
Checks out.
Fucking smartass.
Jeremy also does not recover from his exhaustion.
He gets to stay here and nap anyways.
Dragon, you want me to roll for Vorix's Constitution, or?
Yeah, we're about to eat dinner, so I'll probably have to go here in a minute. But...
Okay. Does he get advantage on this, or is this just normal?
No.
Doesn't matter. Wow.
Feels good, man.
Good for him.
Vorix sleeps like a log.
No surprise. Please let me out of this exhaustion. Thank you. I'm glad Kane's feeling better too.
Feels good, man.
You rolling, Bramble?
I didn't.
Oh, your +5 made you pass. Nice.
Yeah, barely. I'm having nightmares. I'm not sleeping well at all.
Pass is a pass, buddy.
Fuck.
What's this non-play? Oh, okay, that's Jeremy. I see.
No. Borks, I said I'm bilingual. There's a difference.
Holy shit.
Jeremy critically succeeds. Easy.
Attaboy, Jeremy.
Does Jeremy get to
Grapple-
dish out a
grapple
D6 to
out.
somebody?
he spends his time mocking instead of inspiring.
Color me not surprised.
He
We
just
thought Bramble was exhausted. It
adamantly
turned out it should take
proclaims anyone but Bramble.
Wait, is this mocking inspirational to anyone?
Do you speak donkey?
I do.
Fair enough.
Yep, you're the one he's mocking. So
No.
Are you impressed by his mocking capability?
After this many years, no. No, definitely no.
Ouch. Just the same old
Yeah,
shit.
he knows how to say things to hurt me. No, he's just a dick. He's lucky in the last like 7+ years. Actually, it's 8 now. That I haven't come across a civilization of people that eat donkey.
That's not true. You've met Dross.
But you're like as close to a fucking pig as anything that you're like a goat. You probably digest fucking pots and pans if you eat them.
Okay, let's see.
Psst. Hey, Dross. Dross.
Challenge?
Dross. Look at the size of that guy's dick.
It's hard not to. It's at head height.
Look at the size of a punching bag.
Do you think it'll punch back?
If I cut that thing off, I can use it as a sleeping bag.
okay, moving on.
Yep.
Okay, so
Why are you guys depriving me of my new tent?
you gotta pay extra for that.
Are you telling me I can't afford a dick tent? Because that's hurtful.
That seems to be the case. Okay, so
How dare you?
Okay. So Bramble and Vorix are staying behind, right?
In Minotaur Village? Yep.
Okay, with Jeremy as well. Okay, so I need a D12.
Yep. This is gonna be interesting.
From us or them?
Us. We're traveling currently. It's a adventuring role.
Well, that's what I figure. I just
Yeah.
wanted to be sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring the group here, and I'll leave the group here, and then it will be continuing on separate from the rest of the group for the last bit. Okay.
Before I leave them, what is the range from us to the fort?
How close do you want to get as a group?
Close enough that I can make use of the enhances that they're gonna give me. If that makes sense.
So let's see. Long Strider lasts for
The whole day, I'm pretty sure.
1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour. Okay.
Invisibility lasts for 1 hour. Invisibility is 1 hour.
I have aid that I can cast that lasts 8 hours. And if I upcast it, it would give him 15 temporary hit points onto his max HP.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna say that I don't think right now that is as much needed because I need to not be like it needs to not happen.
I'll be
If I
back in
get
1 minute.
seen, I'm leaving. Yep, no problem.
Fine.
No, I appreciate it.
You're okay. I'll visit you in jail.
Okay. Hooray! I'm going to jail.
Josh can cast
You're gonna-
Firebolt and make you move like your ass is on fire.
They're gonna pluck your feathers.
I don't want them to pluck my feathers. I like these feathers.
Clipping those wings.
No,
They're gonna file a hole in the middle of your beak.
no, no.
Good luck on your adventure.
I'm in danger.
Absolutely.
Okay, I had to step away. I'm back. What's going on? What'd I miss?
Nothing really. We're just fine tuning things. Myths that he'd be back as well.
Oh, cool.
Jeremy is the best roller of all of us.
The best
I don't know
roller?
if you're here for that.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think all the main buffs last for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for Bless. Well, how long does that last?
That last concentration, I think, or is it?
Concentration up to 1 minute.
Oh well,
Oh,
there's no point in
right.
using
Yeah,
that then.
That's not really
No
viable.
point. It'll be gone before I even make the degrees.
Sanctuary.
Oh, Sanctuary is also
Sanctuary?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Dang it, that's worthless.
Okay. Sorry. So, so change Sanctuary and Bless, remove them. Invisibility, freedom of movement from Kane, Long Strider, and enhance ability from Druss.
Sounds good. So when do you want to time the sending stuff? Basically,
sending, I would say every half an hour, send a ping.
okay. Do you want to like? Well, what we could do is we could like. How long do you think it'll take for you to get there? Like,
I fly. I would only land to get like into the shadows nearby.
okay. So
How far are we from it right now, man?
Maybe like 3 miles or so.
I can fly that very quickly.
Yeah.
is 10 minutes long enough?
Do you have a spell that only lasts 10 minutes that you want to use?
No, I'm asking so that we can like basically. The idea is there's no point in me pinging you before you get there. Like,
Yeah.
start the timer
Hour.
half an hour, and then like
you
I'm
there yet?
thinking like 10
Are you
minutes
there yet?
after that. Because by then you
there
should
yet?
be in there, right?
Yeah. How many spell slots does sending take, or is it a
Just one.
ritual?
Just one.
It takes a 3rd level spell slot.
So he's got
there
3 sending possibilities, 4 if he didn't use freedom of movement, but that's going to be used. So he's got 3 sending options, and he needs to save one. For what reason again? What were we going to do the 3rd one for? I don't remember. There was a
I can't remember either.
There was, I think the plan was to use one for Goldtail afterwards if you still have one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could use that one.
Goldtail should be not worried about so much because we're not even leaving to go to him. We don't need. It doesn't make sense to even bother telling him. We can just report back to him when we're done, anyways.
So what do you think about this? He could use one 30 minutes from now, and then
Yep.
10 minutes after that, and then 10 minutes after that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
And in a separate topic, Zint, have you looked at the Gem of Darksight that's in your inventory?
I see the 20 charges,
Okay.
depending on how much I use it. I put it into my quick access pouch. Obviously, I will be using some of the charges in the process of this.
Yeah. I'm trying to sign up a. Alright. Can you target someone on that map? I didn't even.
Yeah,
It works.
I wasn't sure if it would work either. It does. Feels good, man.
Dress, are you able to target me for your abilities?
I can't see you.
You have to go to the regional map. We're on the regional map right now.
I'm on the region map. I still can't see you.
Oh, I'm right here.
He's
Oh,
below the status icons.
I don't know if I have you or Zora.
You have him selected. You're good. You are now all status
Excellent. And
icons.
with that, Zent immediately takes off the ground and flies to a point that's 100 feet out from the base of the wall in the trees, in the shadows. It is nighttime, anyways, but many layers of stealth are needed here. Fuck, it'd be nice if I if I could take the route where I just come in from 500 feet in the air, just slip down through the sky, which is the whole purpose of flying guy. But that might be the time that I get seen.
Okay, so as you are approaching, you can see some patrols circling around the outside of the fort with lanterns and a few scattered lights throughout the interior, but for the most part, it is dark. Okay. I will bring you over. Everyone over. Okay, I think everyone should be good to see from Zent's perspective. Is that correct when you guys load in?
find out in a moment. Yep. I can see.
We're all in jail.
Wow, this thing is heavily fortified. That's sick. Got some. What are those things called? The spike barricade things?
Myth, are we able to see Zent?
I'm right here.
He's on the far right, top right corner of the map. If you can check over there, see if you can see that.
Oh.
Is this what you see at night?
Shut up.
Oh, okay. The reason why you can't see him is because he's invisible.
Yeah.
I couldn't see him because it was just the box, and I didn't know where he was. I can see his aura or his.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me change you to so you're not invisible, so they can actually see where you are. I'll make
Make
it
him a
so you're hiding
ghost.
instead.
Okay.
Are you guys able to see him now?
It still says I'm
No,
invisible.
but it's okay.
Invisibility.
I can see his radius.
Yeah.
No,
Should be able to see
there he
him now.
is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's there
We'll
now.
just vocalize that for the time being I'm invisible,
Absolutely,
just so it's
yeah.
understood. Okay. I
Okay.
moved over to the tree line just in case to stop that from happening.
Yeah. So you slip through the barricades and you see a few sheds with some larger buildings in between. The tallest building is in this direction on the other side of this shed. And then there's another medium-sized building down here with another larger building on the other side of the river to your southwest. So it looks like 3 large buildings with a handful of smaller sheds, which may be... Oh, there's actually, 4 larger buildings with other smaller sheds, which might be storage sheds, might be other things you're not sure yet.
Can I see any windows on these sheds?
The sheds do not appear to have windows. The larger buildings do.
These sheds, do they have a door on each side, or can Zed determine that it's a single door shed, a single door shed from the access side?
From the side that you are approaching, there's not a door on this one, and you can tell that there is a path here, and you can faintly see the edge of a door here.
Yep. Okay. Zent's gonna hug the wall, lowering his silhouette. Okay. So as quietly as possible, Zent's gonna try and push the door inwards to see if it'll open easily.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh yeah. Did you cast guidance on yourself?
No, So I wanna flavor guidance in a way that it is used exactly how it should be in D&D. Not that I can sit here and pat myself on the back. I get a magical D4 for whatever it is I do. I don't like that. I like to play fair.
Okay, fair.
You're a thief.
Thank God.
He's a thief
for
with standards.
thief.
He's a thief with standards.
You're right. I'm a thief who also prepares an invisibility spell when I go into a 1v1 duel with a barbarian who's gonna fucking pink mist me. You're damn right I do. I'm gonna play my cards exactly how they should be played. So yeah, I rolled a 23 on my stealth.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say there was another one?
Yeah. A sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, yeah. Fair.
Which you also have advantage on. But...
Yep.
Very nice. Okay, yeah. The door is not locked. There's a latch on the outside that could be locked, but there was not a lock put on it. And the hinges might need a little bit of oil, but you carefully maneuver it open. Careful not to make it move against the light that these guys near the bridge are casting off with some torches, and not to reveal anything. But go ahead and roll a 1d8.
Okay.
Okay. And let's see. So you take a step inside, look around a little bit. This appears to be a armor storage. So you see various sets of leather and chainmail. It doesn't seem like there's anything particularly valuable in terms of the armor, but at least 30 to 40 sets of armor is stored in this little shed.
All right. Well, that's not what I'm here for, and I need to stick to the plan. So Zent will retreat outside and return it exactly the way that he found it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to do any roll for returning it to how I found it? Okay.
If it had been like half an hour since you did that, maybe, but no. That one, it was
Okay.
30 seconds or something.
Okay. Zent will then go to the shed just south.
Let's do, just for keeping track of time, go
No
ahead
problem.
and roll initiative. Let's see.
No problem.
First round would be Sneak do that. Second round, okay, there we go.
So yeah, Zent's gonna repeat the same process. He's gonna come to this one. He's going to do the same thing.
Okay, so on this one, you do find that it has been locked.
Okay. So I'll roll my stealth for doing the process quietly.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
And then I will perform my sleight of hand on the lock with my thieves' tools.
Yep. Yeah, this lock opens easily. This is not something that is meant to keep out an actual thief. This is meant to keep out some random person that has no idea how to pick locks.
Yep. So Zent will place the lock quietly on the ground just outside, but out of walking distance, so I don't nudge it with the door and make noise. And then Zent will slip inside the door the same way. Should I roll a sleight of hand for the second of the door?
No, you rolled high enough. That's fine.
Okay.
You step inside, cracking the door behind you. Take a look around. Roll another 1d8. Okay, so this appears to be administrative records. You find various tomes and ledgers on them. This is looking like a pretty good chance where you might be able to find the ledger you're looking for.
So Zent will, obviously, he's going to close the door quietly behind him so that nobody notices anything happening, and he's going to take however much time allotted to plant the ledger that he has in his pocket.
Okay, so
And since
finding
yeah, go ahead.
finding the correct ledger is a little bit difficult because you're not fluent in
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi language yet. But go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
Advance around.
Look for Gold Tails tax records.
Not very good, and that checks out with the language barrier.
Okay, so this doesn't mean you can't find it. It means it takes more time. So we're gonna advance another round. So
Okay.
go ahead and try another attempt. Yeah.
Does that meet the check?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. So with Zent being satisfied with this particular ledger being what was needed for the process, he's going to plant that paper inside. He's going to do it in such a way that it looks like it's supposed to be naturally in a part of it. Would you make me make a check for how I perform putting it in, so it's less likely to be investigated that it's planted?
Let's see. This sounds like a maybe insight. Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
This ledger is covered in feathers.
I'm trying to play as genuine and legit to this process because this is what I love. This is what I love.
Oh yeah. So
respect, respect, Rob. Seriously.
Yeah, you look through it, finding the appropriate page that this appears to be intending to replace, and you remove the old one and slip in the new one. And you're pretty confident that it matches everything as well as it can.
And I'm going to pocket the one that I took out just so no evidence is left behind. So I'm just going to say, we'll just say for the sake of it, the one that was in my pocket is now the one that was in the book. And so on and so forth. So now they swap places. Now, with me being satisfied with that, Zent's going to return the ledger exactly where he found it. He's going to do everything in the way that no tracks or anything. He's going to put everything back the way that it was. Everything possible. No tricks whatsoever. And he's going to step outside, but he's going to poke out first to take a peek to see if anything has changed outside, because there's no point in giving myself away. And then he's going to slowly close the door back. And as I'll roll another stealth check because it makes sense to do this again.
You don't need to, because as you step out, you notice that the group that was next to the bridge are now in the process of crossing the bridge to the other side.
Okay, so still going to remain silent because you never know what the circumstances are in the surrounding buildings. He's going to quietly put the latch on, door closed, lock on, exactly how it was.
You've been waiting a long time for a session like this, haven't you?
Yes.
I was gonna say, can you tell he's like reading from a script?
I fucking planned this for ages. You have no idea.
Fantastic, dude.
Based on what the building is directly to my south, am I able to, from the outside of it where I'm standing, determine what the possible use of that building would be? As in, could it be a bunkhouse? Can I tell how heavy the footsteps are, or the footprints are from outside to see how traveled it is?
Make a survival check.
Okay. This is how you do rogue things, guys. This is why I make a rogue.
Okay, so you do find a large scattering of footprints directly between the building and the main path that goes over the bridge. What much more than what goes to this storehouse. This administrative storehouse in particular has relatively few. You would not be surprised if this is either a bunkhouse or something else like a mess hall or something like that.
Yep.
It's a little hard to know for sure, but there is definitely heavier traffic at this building than in near the storehouses.
And Zent will acknowledge this based on his check and will attempt to avoid it, and is glad that he was quiet in the process because for all I know, there's somebody in there. And Zent will go to now this north one and repeat the same process. Is there a lock on it? Can he visibly see a lock on this door?
Roll a 1d2.
Okay.
You want
I
to?
love rolling for these things.
Yeah. Like some of them are definitely going to have locks, like the administrative.
Absolutely,
ones,
it's the whole point,
other,
right?
not. Yeah. So there's no lock on this one.
Perfect. Zent will then do the same stealthiness.
Do sleight of hand. Moving forward, do sleight of hand first.
Just sleight of hand first? Okay, no problem. Whew.
Nice. Okay. You've already I got a critical check, so no inspiration, but
No problem.
yeah, you easily slip open the door. There's no lock, or okay, a one. Sorry, 1 minute there was a lock on it. You remove that, set it aside. Flawless. This thing is a cheap lock. But you're in the groove right now. You are in your element. This is what you've been wanting, both in and out of character, for quite a while. This is what you live for. This is the type of thing that you train for. So you even if this was a mastercraft lock, you don't think you would be slowed down much by it. So you slip in, roll a 1d8.
You are the knight.
I already had it pre-rolled.
Because
Okay,
you're the knight, man. Oh!
This is weapon storage, right next to the armor storage. You find a variety of short bows and crossbows and swords and axes, a few maces and flails. Nothing seems to be set out prominently or secured inside additional lock boxes, so you're not sure whether anything would be particularly valuable. Though if you want to stick around, you can make some additional checks.
I'm gonna make a couple additional checks. I'm not gonna dedicate too much time to it. I've fulfilled one of my tasks, but I still have other tasks. So I will put a little bit of time, but not a lot.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Average at best.
Nothing appears particularly magical. Nothing has any like strong aura or like a nothing
Energy
catches
emitting.
your eye as
Yeah.
looking like particularly decorative or expensive. Nothing gold plated or with fancy runes on it.
Okay. Zent might spend some more time since he feels he might have robbed himself of this. He's gonna spend another round
Okay. Go
peeking
ahead and
through.
make another Arcana check.
Way worse.
You open up a little cabinet which has some weapons hanging on it, and everything looks mundane.
Mm.
You're starting to feel that perhaps anything they had valuable might have been placed somewhere else. Also, your gem of dark sight has expired for the 1 minute duration. If you want to use
I
that,
see
again.
that, and he will definitely do that. I have myself targeted, so I can just as easily do the job. I really fucking like this process. I fucking love this shit. I fucking live for this. Excellent. Gem of Dark Sight back up. Okay. That being said, you're right. Zent doesn't feel that anything of relevance or importance is inside here, so he's going to repeat the process. He's going to poke his head out, check the proximity, and then he's going to slip out, close the gate, put the wannabe lock on back on the way that he found it, and he's going to begin scouting around again.
Roll me a 1d4.
Okay. Oh. I don't like that.
Okay. So as you are putting the lock back on, you hear the opening of a door not too far away as a few tabaxi leave the large building next to you.
The one just to the west?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Zent, how fast was Zent able to get the latch on? Is everything the way that he has it or needs it? Still
Roll
invisible.
another 1d4. Roll
Okay.
another 1d4.
Just say because he's still invisible. They haven't looked this way. I'm outside the peripheral.
You have it most of the way on. You have the lock back on, but you don't have it locked together, and you would know that if you do that, it would make a
It would make
clicking
a sound.
sound.
Yep.
So you you hesitate in that moment, and that's where we're going to be at in this moment. But as you see 4 people exit the building now, let me make one of them have a torch.
Yep. So that being said, Zent will abandon putting the latch on for now. This is something that can always be returned to before I leave. Better than giving myself away in this moment. So Zent is going to back up into the shadows behind the building,
Okay.
out of the line of sight.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. And I will not have the goggles on for this because this is a different time.
Yeah, this is more hearing based rather than vision based,
Yep.
anyways. Okay. You hear them not directly in your direction, but you can also sort of see from behind you the vision of the light. They seem to be moving towards the other building.
Okay.
That you had chosen not to approach.
Thank fucking God.
Imagine me being in there and they step in
Yeah.
behind me. Jesus. All right.
Okay. So they go inside that building after a couple seconds. So okay. So do you wait until they pass down below, or do you continue around the top?
I wait until they pass down below and they're out of earshot of this door, because if this is all going down as it is, if I can take the opportunity to make sure that lock is put back the way that it is,
Mhm.
Zent will do so.
Okay, that will just take an extra round of waiting for them to move on, but
No problem.
you are good to go.
So Zent will now return back, double check the corner to make sure that it's happened, and then he's going to put that lock, and he's going to look around one more time just to make sure, and he's going to clink the lock closed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Where is your next direction to go?
For a moment, just because Zent is the way that he is going to, as quickly as possible, elevate himself enough to get a quick look over the buildings, just to get a better lay of the land, and he'll come back down to the ground. It's a very momentary elevation above the rooftops, just to look around, and then he'll come back down.
Yeah, go ahead and make first a stealth check and then a perception check.
Okay.
And you can use advantage on this perception because it is sight based.
Okay. So there's that one. And there's that one.
Yeah. Okay. So as you do this, you catch sight of motion at the top of this building to your northwest. There's like a ramparts
tower?
along the top of it. Yeah, like a bit of a tower with, and there seems to be someone patrolling around the top of it, looking out.
Was I able to determine what direction they were looking at the time, so that I can know if I was at least looked upon in the time that I was in the air?
Yeah, you saw the glimpse of a crossbow, which suggested that someone was looking to the southwest at that moment.
Okay. So Zent is at least in this moment okay. Now that Zent's back on the ground, he is going to very quickly move across the shadows. Is there a window here?
Yeah.
On the front of the house? So Zent will. He's still invisible, so it's still good for that. He's going to peek up and look inside to see what the building is, if the windows are open, or at least some way of determining what is inside the building.
So this window, first of all, does not appear to open. It seems like it is just a static pane of glass that does not have any hinges to move. But you can see inside there is a candle that is lit in the interior that seems to be on a desk. And make a perception check.
Okay.
No advantage for this one.
No problem.
Okay.
Oof.
So you see the candle in there, but you don't immediately see any other motion, or nor do you really hear anything. Although you do hear some talking from these guys to your west that are at the main approach to the inside of the
I see
camp
them right
area.
there. Yeah.
You hear some talking over there.
Okay. Zenta, as quickly as possible, is going to go towards this building that's right here.
Mhm.
Come on, work for it. Okay, it's because of things in the way. He notices this is the same scenario. They're within earshot. Hopefully the DC isn't too high for this stealth check here, but we'll see. Zent is going to attempt the same process. Is there a lock on this?
Roll a
storage?
1d2.
Okay.
Flip that coin. There is a lock.
Okay. So it's going to be a sleight of hand first and then stealth, right? Is that what you said? Sleight of hand first.
Okay.
And then stealth. Ooh.
Very nice. Yeah. Another cheap lock. By this point, you've gotten quite proficient in dismantling them in moments, and the hinges on this door seem to be fine, much better than the previous one. So you slip inside without issue.
All right, and then I'll
Okay.
roll my d8 to see what it is.
Okay, this one appears to be of similar note to the administrative records one, except the first thing you spot is a map.
Mm.
Do you stick around to further investigate, or do you want to just grab it and go, or do you leave it as is?
Zent is going to take at least a moment to quickly investigate. It seems of importance. It might help us. It might help Goldtail. It might be of circumstance. So some time will be spent here.
Make
It's not a lot.
Make an investigation check. Okay, nice. Your first look into this, it does show the local region, but it doesn't show it in very much detail. But there are markings of movement and positions that are marked around the area. You get the impression that this might be a map of patrols and campsites, potentially, that the Tabaxi have been maintaining in the area.
Wow.
Zent is going to slip this one into his bag of holding.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Yep. Excuse me. Sorry. And this is just the base one, not an advantage.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. You hear that the talking and movement of the group to your west have gotten a little bit louder. They seem to be on the move in your direction, though not particularly hurrying.
Okay. If they're heading in this direction, me stepping outside now, if they're able to see invisible people, that will be the immediate forfeit of what's going on. So Zent is hoping that the pushing of the lock out of sight and the door being closed will be enough to them to just pass on by. And he's going to, since he hears them very quietly or hears them getting louder, he's going to cease any kind of action inside this building for the time being, just so that there's no sound being made on the inside.
Yeah. Okay. Make one more stealth check for as they walk past.
Wow.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
That is brutal.
This is where things don't go so well.
Okay, so as they're walking by, they are talking about ending their shift, and one of them pauses and mentions that someone didn't lock up this shed. So, Zent, as you hear that, because you can understand Tabaxi enough,
Yes.
what is your reaction?
Zent is going to go to the door. He's going to poke it ever so slightly open so that it's not noticeable that it's actually open. Just enough that there's a crack that an arrow can slip out. And he's going to fire the bow of Bow God in the direction of the shadows on the opposite side where the other shed was.
Nice, good improvising.
Okay. Okay, make a sleight of hand at disadvantage, so we'll just make it normal.
It'll normal, yeah.
That's a good time to get a crit. That is a very, very good time to get a crit. So as you're thinking this through and about to do this, you spot a little gap at the eave in the top corner just under the roof that you could use instead, which would be even better than through the door. And then spying that one crack, you realize that there's probably one in the back corner as well. So you go to the back of the shed and fire an arrow out the backside so that the kid won't even spot the arrow going past.
That's I love sleight of hand. Sleight of hand works very nice. So that is exactly what Zen's going to do.
You end up here.
Okay.
As it thunks into the side of a tree over here.
Wow, how fortunate. Now it'll be entirely up to you whether or not it does do that. I did not fire it at an enemy, but would you say that arrow is what broke my invisibility in that moment?
Let's see the wording on it, but I do believe that is going to be correct.
I think it does. Yeah, that's greater invisibility. I would make a stealth check. I just wasn't sure if it would be that I'd have to actually attack somebody to break my invisibility, but if it's any kind of action like that, then it makes sense. And I won't argue that at all.
So also, how long has it been since Zent left Kane and Druss?
Let's see, it's about 3 miles away. He can fly pretty fast, so he could get there in, like, we'll say 5 minutes.
Holy shit, okay.
Yeah.
Especially if he goes pretty high up.
Yeah. I was given Long Strider too, so it adds to my speed.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then you've been here for about a minute and a half actively engaging. Maybe you took a minute to observe before engaging. So it's been, we'll say, 10 minutes total.
Okay. That's still pretty good. Everything else?
Unless, if you want to say that you waited a longer period of time because you talked about sending at like the half-hour mark or something. If you want to intentionally have delayed your start time to get closer to that, that's up to you.
No, no delay.
Okay.
As little time as possible in the area.
Yeah. Okay. So we will say that ends your invisibility. So if you want to recast it, that is.
I believe Zent will want to recast invisibility on himself, which will use his own 2 spell slots that he has for it. So we'll just, for the sake of it, where are my spell slots? Because I have these things. So I'm gonna remove my 2, have my 1 remaining, and obviously it's just vocal for invisibility for now, but it's now back on.
Yeah.
All right. So now that Zent's here, job is not done. He's going to very quietly creep back over. And he's going to approach this side quietly. Everything is quiet, always quiet at all times.
Yeah, as you're going, you are able to see this group moving into the large building. They don't appear to be in any hustle or anything.
Yep.
The lack of any presence in the building seems to have not set off any alarms.
That tabaxi that went to lock it probably poked it open to check the insides and then closed it and locked it. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So Zent will repeat the process on this door.
Okay, let's go 2 rounds forward.
Yep. And Zent will do his sleight of hand business.
Okay. Oh, roll a 1d2 to see if there's even a
yeah.
lock. But-
Yep, true.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they're locking everything, and that's good. That's good. I mean, they're a prime source right now, so they should lock everything. So yeah, all right. There was a lock. I sleight of handed it. I'm assuming that I was successful in the removal of the lock.
Oh yeah, easily.
And
Roll a
then,
1d8.
I haven't done my stealth check yet.
These tabaxis suck at making locks, man. They're all cheap shit.
Right. Well, that was my
Military
stealth check.
surplus.
Not as high as I would have liked it to be, but
Mhm.
what did I notice if I made any extra noise in the opening of this door?
Opening the door was smooth.
Okay.
However, as you do that, an object inside seems to be on the verge of falling. Please make a dexterity check. Because of enhanced ability, you will have advantage on that. Just a straight dexterity check.
Yep.
Yeah, you are able to catch it before it hits the ground.
I love being a rogue. Fuck yeah! All right, Zent will return it to exactly the place that he saw it fall from, and then he will repeat the process of closing the door behind him. The lock was on the ground off to the side, just for the time being, and he
I
will.
never rolled a 1d8 to see what was inside.
That's what I was doing right now.
Okay. Okay. You already got that one. That was the armor. So go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
In fact, just roll 2d8 so we can try to get a non
Just in case?
repetition. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got 7 2 times as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
6. Okay. 6 was the administrative records. Do another 2. Okay. So let's see. You've gotten 1, 4, 6, and 7. So there's only 4 left. So just do a 1d4.
Okay.
And I'll just ignore the.
No problem.
Okay. Okay, so as you open and catch the object and set it on the side, this room appears to be a combination of like not quite trade goods, but your interpretation upon seeing them is that these might be confiscated goods from the caravans that they have been intercepting at the checkpoints.
Okay.
So there's like crates and barrels and random odds and ends. It seems to be very disconjointed. There's no clear pattern to what's in here.
Okay.
Look for stuff that's gnome-sized.
Zent wants to spend a couple minutes, or not minutes, like he wants to spend some time looking through things to see if there's anything of value or, if anything, food in here as well.
Yeah. Go and make an investigation check.
Gnome-sized. Give me some shoes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're able to spot a crate that has various travel rations in it that would definitely qualify as food, although they are the exact dried berries, nuts, and various other non-perishable foods that are in here. You're not necessarily familiar with them. You're not sure where these exactly came from, but they do appear to be food.
Okay, so Zent is going to spend as much time as necessary, but within silence, putting these things into his bag of holding.
Okay. Roll 1d4. Okay. It takes 1 round. Go ahead and add 12 rations to your inventory.
Zent's a speedy boy. He just shoo.
Well,
opened the bag,
maybe
it was
it's
like-
a small enough crate that you can just kind of dump the entire crate into your bag of holding, and then just set the crate back where it was.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm gonna have to add it
Nice.
naturally through the inventory. So
Okay. And also, your Gem of Darksight has once again expired.
worn off. Yep, and I will reapply it momentarily. Rations. And how many did you say? 16?
12.
12? 12. How much do they weigh?
I believe they're 2 pounds each, or 1 pound. I don't remember. Let me double check.
Yep.
£2 each.
Okay, 24. There you go. 24, and then you go into the bag of holding. Boom. All right. Those are taken care of. And then I will reapply. I'm gonna have to put it on my hotbar to make it easier at one point.
If you use the uh, the GUI for the items, it's under your bonus action use items thing. Like right next to cunning action and steady aim.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. Thank you. But yeah, other than that, it's applied.
Okay.
Zent sees the next storehouse on the other side.
Okay.
He's going to put this latch back the way it was, lock it up exactly the way it was, and he's going to come to this side, peek around the corner.
Yeah. So as you finish that, you hear some motion to the east. It looks like that original group that was in that other building has now emerged.
Very quickly, Zent is going to lift off the ground because there's gravel in front of him on the ground, and he's not high enough, but just enough that he floats over top of the rocks so as not to make noise. He's going to cross this road and land on the dirt on the opposite side.
Okay. Make
then he's
a
going to-
stealth check.
Yep. And then he's going to, like, in the process of it, he's going to slip around the corner of it to the backside of it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good. Can't win forever.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I was just out of range.
Let's see what complication happens now.
I noticed there's skeletons on the backsides of these houses, by the way.
Are there?
Yeah, on
Oh, wow,
almost
yeah.
all the farmhouses, there's a skeleton on the
I had
backside.
no idea.
It adds to the ambience of not wanting to fucking be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This town was conquered brutally, and for some reason humans were here.
Okay, so as you're sneaking by this building, you hear movement and a voice inside this shed, and it tabaxi calls out, just give me a minute, damn it.
Zent doesn't want to respond because Zent is, while he understands him and can speak it, this guy will probably immediately know that it is not normal if he does. So Zent will just stay quiet and hide around the corner. This is a tree right here, obviously.
Yeah.
So Zent is hiding up against the wall here as silently as possible. Just although he's invisible and being quiet, he's not here.
Okay. These guys that came out of the building are going south across the bridge at this moment. Okay, so how long do you want to chill out next to this inhabited building?
He said just a minute, so Zent doesn't want to make any more noise until this guy leaves. He's gonna give it a little bit, but if he takes longer than a couple rounds, he's going to lift off the ground as quietly as possible, and he's going to travel over the river, to go south.
Okay, let's go ahead and have you make a perception check.
Okay. Is this a sight-based one, or
No.
okay?
Okay.
Is he pissing in there?
Yes, this appears to be an outhouse.
I fucking knew it. As soon as you said someone was in there, I was like, "This is the outhouse. This is for sure the outhouse." It would probably smell like cat piss.
Yep, absolutely.
So
Your nose had just been so desensitized from stepping in Jeremy's crap. a
oh my
couple
god,
days
you're
prior.
right. I'm fucking nasally burned right now from fucking Jeremy's shit. So, if Zen is able to determine that this is probably an outhouse, that's probably what's going on with this building. He's just going to pass on instead of sticking around to wait to see if he can get inside. So Zen is going to once again slightly lift off the ground, and he's just going to travel south across the water, but staying on the back side of these houses.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and go ahead and make another stealth check.
Yep. Stealths aren't very stealthy anymore. They're not as stealthy, at least. I mean, I'm still breaking high teens, so.
Mm-hmm. You're pretty confident that you made it through unseen. Okay. You see this group that just crossed the bridge go into this large building closer to you.
Mm-hmm. This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, Zent is going to slip around the back side of this building. Oh, I got caught on geometry. Fair enough. He's going to come to the front of it. And Zent will, before peeking out, he sees just in the corner of his eye, it looks like a tabaxi on top of the building here.
Oh no, that's a chimney.
Is it chimney? Oh, okay. Based on the where the lighting is, it looks like a fucking
if you go
tabaxi.
1 square forward, you'll be able to see it better.
Oh, you're right. Fair enough. So, based on line of sight, and did you say they have torches down there? Or is the torch, one of them, looks like this guy has the torch.
Yeah.
Zent is going to do the storehouse that's directly to his side, this one first, because it's out of line of sight, just in case. Maybe those ones down there will move along and give him a time to do the second one afterwards, but until then, better to be safe and cautious.
Mm-hmm.
So, repeating the process, and it's sleight of hand and then stealth. I was going to say, eventually one of these sleight of hands are not going to go according to plan. And then the stealth. Oh, slipping inside.
Oh yeah. Okay. You slip inside. We forgot to do the 1d2, but it's fine. I guess we'll just assume they have locks on them now.
Yeah, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's flavor. I get it. 100%.
Go ahead and roll 1d8.
1d8.
Oh, sorry, 1d4. 1d4.
Yep. I mean, it's a 2 anyway, so.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay. You have been narrowing it down so far. You've found administrative records, armor, weapons, maps, confiscated goods, and an outhouse. And now you find another building which seems to have more confiscated goods.
Okay. Well, since it's a good thing it's at the out of line of sight one, so he's going to poke in, put the lock to the side, close the door silently behind him, and he's going to spend a couple rounds investigating what is inside here. So I'm going to throw my investigation check up and hope for the best. Just average.
Okay, you're rummaging through some goods. You're not finding anything very valuable early on. Go ahead and make another one.
Investigation. Worse than the first. This barrel
you-
was empty.
You find a barrel of food that has been left in here so long that it has rotted.
He's going to put that lid back on and grimace at the thought of what's inside this barrel. And he's going to spend another round investigating.
And around this time, you see the group that is on the south
Oh.
side of the bridge starting to move to the north side of the bridge.
Perfect. My investigations are ass.
Okay. It looks like when they were confiscating goods, they brought things to this shed first, filled it up, and then went to the other shed as overflow. So everything in here is old. It is mildewed, and as you're shifting through it, you're realizing that you're leaving like fingerprints by removing the dust that's covering some of this stuff. So continuing to mess with this may make it more and more obvious that somebody was here.
Well, Zent realizing this and definitely acknowledging it will return everything the way it was. However, it will probably be a little bit less dusty. Hopefully they don't notice it since it was they already spent so little time in here in the first place. Maybe it'll be some time before they notice it. But anything that looks like a possible fingerprint, he's going to smudge it so it doesn't look obvious.
Although for you it would be, I guess, a talon print, but
yeah, you're right. It looked like maybe an animal. They would maybe perceive an animal, but he's definitely going to make sure that nothing is left behind. Nothing is obvious. He's going to retreat, close the door, put the latch on, put the lock on.
Yep.
And then he's going to notice that they have traveled to the north now, and he's going to take another shot at this one here. Or he's not another, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Slide a hand on that door.
21.
Still met the check, I believe.
Oh yeah. These crappy locks.
You right. Stealth check to open this door. And he's going to slip through, and he's going to investigate. There's probably like a 1d2 now for the contents, right? Because there's only 2 things left, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You said d8.
1d, make it a 1d3.
Okay.
I think I counted. If there were 8, I think I counted 7 things because there were 2 stored goods that were stolen. Then there's weapons, armor, outhouse. What were the other 2? Ledgers and maps. So there should only be 1 left, I think. That's 7.
So you're assuming that there's exactly 8 things?
True.
Yeah, it could be an empty warehouse for all we know.
Fair enough.
There are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the d8 was just to see if I got lucky.
Yeah, you needed an 8, and you haven't yet to get a max on any of these dice. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
What if one of them's a tabaxi bathhouse?
Meow. I might slip inside and get me some pussy. I mean,
whoa!
God.
JK. So yeah, that is what I roll.
Okay, so as you get into this one, you recognize that it appears to be entirely empty.
Not surprised.
You can see like gaps in the dust where crates used to have been, but they appear to have been moved out. Judging by the arrangement, we'll go and make an investigation check. We'll see how much additional information you can get.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. So looking at it, it has a very similar arrangement to how they were doing the other confiscated goods sheds. This probably had them, but had been emptied at some point. Okay. So perhaps shipped back to the main Tabaxi lands or whatever else they're doing with these goods. But this one has been emptied and relatively recent because the spots that were that were uncovered from where they removed the crates, there's a clear lack of dust there, while there is dust elsewhere.
Okay. Guess I took too long to get here. That's fair.
Not that recent.
I
Not
know.
like it took me the last minute or two.
Dust accumulates. So yeah, Zent
Yeah.
is gonna realize that this is just empty, and how long it's probably been empty. But he's going to retreat outside, close door quietly, latch on, lock on, and make sure everything is exactly how it should be.
Okay. And your gem of darkness has once again expired.
Yep.
Dark side.
Where is it? There it is. Am I targeted?
It should target you automatically.
Okay. Oh, I want to do it the fucking quick way this time, just so I can practice. Where is it? Bonus action, use item. It's not letting me use it.
It should show up to the like
There it
left
is, there it
side.
is, I found it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. It's because I had a menu open up there and I didn't see it pop up.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
that's awesome. That's so fucking awesome. Oh yeah. I love Foundry. Fuck Roll20. All right. Now that he's satisfied with his nighttime vision returned, he's going to retreat down to the south, the backside. And he's going to skirt along the outside of this building here as quietly as possible. Peek
As
around
you're
a
doing
corner.
it, you are seeing some motion ahead. This group with the
Yep,
torch does
I
appear to
see
be.
them right here.
Oh, why are they not moving? They should be crawling right now, like that
Yep.
first group you passed by.
Mhm.
Are they not?
The macro broken right now, probably.
It might be the fact that it's you've
it's-
got
yeah, it's-
initiative.
Yep, that's exactly it. Okay. Pretend they're taking a smoke break.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, Zent sees them. So obviously he sees the light being emitted by them since they have torches, and he's going to. Oh, that the movement did not happen the way I wanted it to. He's going
But
to.
what I was really saying was that this main group is heading north at this moment.
Oh, okay. Well,
To
Zent's
backseat
gonna see
like their
the
pipe
torchlight.
lead.
Well, he sees the torchlight passing like making
Yeah.
long shadows along the walls.
Mhm.
So he's gonna wait for them to pass by, seeing as that's their intention. Even if it's a turn or two, gotta
Yeah.
play your cards right. Gonna let them pass by. And
And they don't go too far. They just go towards the bridge and then they
okay.
stick there.
Zent seeing that they stopped there and they didn't go any further, he's gonna take a peek. If is there a window on the backside of this building?
Yes.
So Zent is gonna backtrack a quick second, and he's going to peek inside the window to see what it looks like on the inside, see what's going on in
Yeah.
there.
It is illuminated with some candles in there. You see the group of 4 that entered this building like 45 seconds ago.
Mhm.
They are currently seated at a table eating.
It's a mess hall.
Yes.
So if that's a mess hall, there's probably a strong chance food is This is all working out very strangely good because they never put food far from mess hall. So Zent is feeling confidence in that one of
Oh,
these
yeah.
two houses is probably the food house, if he's lucky. So he's going to peek back over here. This is a really nice dark alleyway, and he's going to maintain here for a short period of time to see the movement of the people or the movement of the tabaxi.
You see some of them like taking a seat on the railing of the bridge. They seem to be making themselves comfortable.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, Zent sees that they're probably going to be spending a little bit more time here than hoped for. But how are the smoke break guys looking? Are they?
They will be ending their smoke break and continuing their patrol.
I fucking love this. Smoke break guys. Fucking smoke break guys. Alright. So Zent's gonna so he doesn't make any noise seeing as they're passing through. He's
Yeah.
gonna maintain the behind the building, which has another skeleton. Hey, friends. Friends. And yeah. Now that they've passed by, he's going to slip around the corner and he's going to attempt to quietly get to the front of this storehouse from the opposite side, just so that there's a little bit less visibility. Although he is invisible, shit happens. and he's going to attempt to slide a hand to this lock. Or
Go
well,
ahead.
are you going to make me roll to see if there's a lock there, or are you just assuming at this point there's locks on everything?
Yeah, 1d2.
Okay.
I do prefer.
That
that.
100%.
You
And
just keep rolling these ones.
It's staying true that there's a lock on every one, so that's fine. So slide a hand. Let's go. Oh, still golden though.
Still a 19. Yeah, you got that nice plus 11 with
Fucking
advantage.
love it.
Yeah, you open it up. Maybe not quite as one motion as before. Maybe it takes you 2 motions.
Just because
to get it up.
I can see people in the distance, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to doing this differently than the other ones that were much more leisure.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah,
Okay.
stealthing it up to open the door. Are these double latch doors?
No.
As in, like, are they single doors or double doors?
Single doors. Single doors.
Single doors.
Yeah,
Okay.
it took me a second to realize what you meant, but.
Can I see which direction the door is swinging?
The handle is on the far side of the door from you, so it swings left.
It'll be more visible.
Yes, unfortunately.
That's okay. So Zent is going to, as much as he can, open it ever so slightly, just enough that he can slip in without the door looking like it's very open, just in case.
Just take a deep breath.
Yeah, and he's going to slip in, obviously put the lock on the ground just to the side.
Oh wait, exhale. Sorry.
He's going to slip in quietly and close that door slowly, just as ever so slowly, so it doesn't look like it was closing at all.
Yeah, like you even wait until all of them are facing away from you for a moment, and then you open and slip in, and you do it all smoothly. Roll 1d2.
Okay. Am I gonna get the almighty 2 this time? Oh, for fuck's sakes!
This is just like when you were at the Sahagan build and you found every other tent except for the one you wanted.
What I wanted, yes. Everything but.
Okay.
It's making me travel, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so in this one you find things like utensils and extra plates and bowls, and you find like travel sacks and backpacks and basically just equipment, sundries, things like that.
Zent's gonna quickly check through backpacks, but he's gonna make sure that they don't have anything that anything that makes too much noise. But he's gonna go through the backpacks because last time he rifled through a Tabaxi's backpack, he left with a pouch of coins, and he's hoping that this might be another time that he leaves with a pouch of coins.
Roll an investigation check.
Please be high this time. You've been notoriously fucking me, investigation. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah, you find most of them seem to have like a standard equipment set of a few torches, a couple dry rations, a few like a bedroll, generic things. You do spot that they do consistently all have a few rations in them. Do you want to take the rations?
Zent will take the rations.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm just going to open up my bag of holding and increase the number on the rations.
Yeah. You can find how long do you want to spend doing this? Because there's probably a dozen of these backpacks, and each of them have several rations in them. No, that does require digging into each backpack.
He's gonna spend enough time that he removes all the rations. He wants to take all of them.
Okay. This is probably going to take you
a couple turns.
Pretty much a round per backpack.
Okay. How many backpacks did you say there were?
About a dozen. So if you want to spend up to 12 rounds doing this, you can.
What Zent is going to do is he is going to spend 11 rounds removing all the rations. He's going to cut the rations he removed in half, and he's going to put half of them into his own bag of holding, and then he's going to put the other half into one of the bags that belongs to one of the other tabaxi.
Okay.
That's pretty fun.
This is a bramble thing right here. I am creating angry kitty cats. I'm going to try and frame another kitty cat.
Sowing discord.
Exactly. So, couple turns, however much it takes to do that. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and add 20 rations.
Okay. 32 rations. And then the other ones, like I said, putting them in that bag.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. You just eventually I'm gonna hear something along the lines where they found one of their guys was a thief, and then they did something to him. For all I know,
So
when that time comes.
Yeah, as you're doing this and you're knee deep into this, you do hear some movement outside, a door opening and closing from the direction of the mess hall. These guys finish their meal and move on. And then you do also hear some motion. Oh, okay.
To the south, probably the patrol guys on their way back again.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, hearing these noises, obviously Zent's going to quickly wrap up what he was doing. He's going to repeat the process of that super slow door opening just to get his bearings on what's going on outside. He's going to listen and look as he's doing this.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Yep.
And you can use advantage on this.
Visible perception.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, these guys walking across the bridge to the north that came out of the mess hall and continuing to the northernmost building here. The group that's here watching the side of the bridge, they are mostly facing that direction, watching them go. So you have like the perfect opportunity to slip out, lock it back up, and move on unnoticed.
Perfect. Zent will do
if
that.
If you didn't already have advantage on your stealth check, I would give you advantage on your stealth check.
That's fair. Love what I'm doing here. That being said, he sees the guys to the north. He heard the guys to the south. He's going to skirt the bottom here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And before these guys to the south get any further, okay, they're going the opposite direction.
They've already gone close, and now they're moving back away.
Right.
So
Zent's going to do the same thing as last time. Doesn't like touching gravel. Never know if something's going to slip. And he's going to lift off the ground quick and get to the back of the house.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Thank you. Sorry.
Easy.
All right. So it's going to approach up here. He's got the cover of the tree. It's obviously creating a little bit of a shadowing.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's going to look at those guys over on the bridge, and he's going to see if they're starting to get restless, like they might move on soon. He's going to take a moment to see if they will.
Yeah. First of all, your
something
your
ran
Gem
out.
of Dark Sight has expired.
Yep. So obviously he's going to pop that mother on again, because this thing has been really, really, really useful. So glad I asked him about it. All right. Well, yeah, he just wants to wait a moment to see if they get restless. Just you never know. This might be that moment.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
It's you're still not great at reading tabaxi faces and expressions. It's a little hard to gauge how long they might be there. So this might be either you have to take a risk, or maybe you can continue maybe look somewhere else first and come back to this later.
Hmm. All right. Well, with what Zent was able to see when he lifted off that ground, this looked like the only storage house that remained. Unless there was something over here I can't see right now when I lifted.
Might be worth looking.
All right. Well, seeing as that was a blind spot when Zent lifted off the ground, he's going to circle around the back and attempt to capitalize on his time.
Mm-hmm.
And it is in fact true. That was something over here that I should have checked. So yeah, we're good. That being said, this is once again line of sight. I love line of sight. He's going to do the same thing.
Okay. 1d2 for lock.
Yeah. Is this going to be the infamous I don't roll the fucking one again?
We'll see. Nice.
Wow.
That's like 8 ones in a row or 9 ones in a row.
All I
Yeah.
can say, I can appreciate the Tabaxi's necessity for security. However, they should have invested in better locks.
Yeah.
Because now
That
I'm
really
to-
is like a statistical anomaly.
yeah.
Rolling that many in a row.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's happening.
Well, you know,
All right, well,
I took a statistics and probability class in college, and so one of the things the professor did at the very start was he made us either fake 100 coin flips, or do 100 coin flips and record all the results, and then submit them to him, and then he would try and predict if they were correct or not, if they were real or not. And what he did was I think it was 9 straight heads or 9 straight tails in a row are actually very probable if you do 100 rolls. There's like over a 95% chance, something like that you will get that in real rolls, and that was the measure he used to predict if they were real or not. I thought it was pretty sick. That's neat.
all right.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. So
Your favorite number today.
yes, it seems that. I mean, I've been hitting some couple crits, so I'm not going to complain too much.
Very true. But anything that's not a d20 seems to be a 1.
Yep. But I think it was supposed to be a 1d2 that time to see what I got in here because we were breaking it down. 1d3 was last. But yeah,
True.
it's
Yeah.
looking like this one was the lower end, so it's definitely not the food bin.
Yeah,
What am
this
I-
appears to be. Let's see. What else can I do? Running out of ideas.
You could just make it another empty. It's
Yeah, but
buildings.
that's boring.
I know it's boring. No, I'm not done yet. You'll get the computer when I give.
Okay, this
It's a barrel
appears,
of cat litter.
this appears to be from the Git set. As soon as you open it, you can tell that there's probably some valuable items in here. You see some decorative furniture, some decorative items, something that looks like it has like gold leaf on it as decoration. You see a dagger on the edge of a table in here that looks like it's probably worth some coin. You see a variety of items, nothing outright magical, but like mundanely valuable is what you get from the gist of looking at this. So if you want to spend time here, then you can. Up to you.
I'm gonna spend some time here because I'm hoping to wait out the Tabaxi on the bridge, see if maybe they'll get restless, maybe give them some time to do so. So he's
Mhm.
going to do some investigation through the stuff in this building.
Okay.
Very nice.
Oh.
I'm gonna ask you nicely to put that back in the bag where you found it because you swinging around a driving club in my room is gonna break something. Put it back now. It's a driver. Yeah. Thank you. I know
Okay,
you're bored.
so,
I need you to take it easy. I get it, but Sundays are my D&D days. You know that. Okay, well. No, that's not happening. No, that's not happening. You're so selfish. It's Father's Day, and you're sitting in here harassing me from my computer.
She just wants to spend time with you.
No, it's not. She wants to remove the computer from my possession and go play Fortnite. Okay, go. Tomorrow. Clothing. All right, go.
Dad's taking care of some serious business right here.
All right.
Okay.
I rolled a 21 on investigation.
Yes,
Thank you for
you
being
did.
patient. I know.
No, you're good. It gives me time to think, anyways. So, okay, so you spot a variety of items that would definitely have some value. One of which you notice is a coin purse, which seems relatively hefty. Another is that dagger in question, and a third item is a decorative gold-plated helmet.
Wow.
The downside is that all of these items seem like they would be missed.
Hmm. But bird.
You gotta let a golden dragon brand opportunity here.
I'm inclined to believe that they would not be able to track us. I believe that the idea that Zent is thinking that these things, looking as important as they are, they would very likely be noticed if missing, and a further investigation, a more thorough investigation, will be put in, and they might discover more about what transpired here tonight, and it would go against what happened. It would go against the intention of what I was sent here to do. So, Zent is going to take the coin purse and leave the other two. As much as he wants to take all three, he's going to take the coin purse and leave the other two.
Okay.
Coin purse is going to go into the bag of holding because a jingling bag of coins on one's person is no good. So into the bag of holding, into the other place.
Okay. Go ahead and just add 50 kismets to your total.
Sheesh.
Yeah, this is why you do the things that you do. Bird has spoken. I'm gonna have to make a bag and just put 50 kismets in it.
You can just add it to the one that you have in the tower storage if you want.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I'm blind. Right in front of me. You dummy. You said 50?
Yep.
Okay. And puts me up to 138. Boom.
Sorry, guys, I need to buy out. Okay.
No worries. Thank you.
Happy Father's Day. Have a good night.
If anybody else wanted to go, I'm sorry this is taking so long. Alright.
No, you're not. You love it.
I love doing this. I don't like feeling like a hindrance. Like, this is my specialty. You all have your specialties. This one is mine.
You've given me this entire time to try to set up my ARC server.
Oh my god. You are being productive. I can't wait to go play that.
I'm being wildly productive. I'm almost done installing mods.
Champion. Alright. I have retrieved this, put it back, and I'm eyeing that dagger. I'm eyeing that helmet, but I'm gonna abstain from removing them, and I'm
Okay.
gonna back out of the building. I'm going to close the door quietly, latch, lock, step away.
Okay. As you exit out, you notice that the group that had been at the bridge are no longer there.
So it's gonna peek around the corner, and seeing as he's there, he doesn't want to squander his opportunity, and he's going to very quickly skirt around the backside of this building, out of sight, because out of sight. Yeah, I see a couple of them just past the
Yep.
trees.
Go ahead
So-
and make a stealth check.
Yep. I'm not going to say the words that I was just thinking in my head. Speaking things into existence is not ideal. I'm speaking it into existence right now as I speak. If that needed inspiration to pass, I have 3.
I believe you are good. Oh, okay. It will actually require all 3. This guy has a passive perception of 18. Holy shit.
That's. I'm glad that I said something. We're good. I will take all 3. We're good on that. 100%. That's why I didn't put them into my bow when I
Oh,
had the
yeah.
chance. I left
For
it the
sure.
way that it was. Which reminds me, I used a charge on the bow earlier, so I'm going to put it down to 5. All right. My inspiration is gone. I'm glad that I had it. So fucking glad I had it. Let's skirt around the front of this building, and he's going to repeat the process.
Oh yeah, does he need to redo the gym, or is that still good? Oh, it's still good. Never mind.
It'll
It's
be
on
good
right now.
for like
4 more rounds.
yeah, something like that.
Cool.
It says it right on it. I can see it. 3 rounds now. All right, sleight of hand. Let's go. I'm assuming there's a lock. There's always a fucking lock. Goodbye, lock.
Yep, the lock no longer exists with the 30. You
Good thing.
beat it. Yeah, you had that 18 and you got it, the minimum number to avoid it. So you're good.
Sheesh. All right.
Okay.
Lock on the ground to the side, slipping inside quietly, checking the interior of this building.
Yeah, you don't need to roll. You've checked literally every single
Yes.
one. You finally find the food store, the pantry,
What
the
is the
racks and racks
irony?
of meat. What?
If this is the second time, if it happens a third time on a stealth mission where I have to visit every single location to get what I need, it's a fucking process of
I'm
this is
looking
how it
forward
works.
to it.
You know,
I'm
like,
looking forward to it.
Worst scout ever.
no, I'm not. How can you say that? How can you say that? I've circled this entire compound without getting caught.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that.
Leaf
You just-
informed
you're
each
ninja.
other.
Yeah. I want to be. Nope, not gonna sing that on a stream that has a fucking recording going. Cancelled. Anyways, yeah, Zent's coming into the building. Visible but silent frustration as he finally found the place that he was looking for. However, it made me travel and acquire more things, so it works out.
Yep.
But also testing his mettle and patience in this whole process. He's going to take however many turns it takes to put as much food as physically possible, if not all of it, into his bag of holding.
Yeah, there is like large chunks of meat, probably smoked, that's hanging on racks. There's a pile of fruit and vegetables in a corner. There's a whole barrel of other things. Yeah, there's lots of food here. You can easily fill up your entire bag of holding and then some.
Wow.
This is the pantry for a fort that houses dozens of tabaxi, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have exactly 500 minus 68. I have just over 400 pounds in my bag of holding of space.
Okay. Let me create a little container to put in there.
I made one inside my regular inventory to put in there, but that's fine. We can do that too.
Oh, okay.
I'll just delete that one.
It's fine.
I love how you mark it stolen too. It's like if I get pulled over by an Oblivion guard, they'll know that I have
Yeah.
stolen goods on me. It's got that red insignia on it, knowing that it's
Yep.
it's gonna be brought to a
man,
fence.
I should like
instead.
steal that item and put that as the little
Honestly, that'd be.
icon. That would be neat. Yeah.
I would like that because it would stay true. It would be lore accurate. It would be some immersive lore, immersive in
Oh,
the stealing.
criminal scum.
Never.
Wait, don't put over 400 pounds of food in the.
Your stolen goods are
bag of
forfeit.
holding.
Why?
If you put more than 400 pounds of meat in the bag of holding, it's going to turn into a meteor dimension.
I'm done with you here. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna as much as I can physically put in. I'm putting it all in here. as much as I can fit, straight to the brim. You right.
Oh, who did that? I love you.
It was Dragon. Yep.
Good.
He was a little late. He was a little late on the drum, but it's still good. Still checks.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Your bag of holding is now full.
Bag of holding is full. Based on filling the bag, am I able to determine how much food is still left inside this room?
More than you can carry.
I figured.
Would you like to stuff your? Well, you left your backpack behind.
I did leave. I have nothing to carry it in. It
Would
has
you
to go
like
in
to
the bag of
stuff your
holding.
arms full or stuff your quiver full?
Throw a couple fucking slabs of meat over my shoulder and walk out? No, I'm not doing that. That'll get me caught. That'll get me fucking
You're
caught.
like, oh, what's this stuff?
Whatever you don't steal, you light on fire.
I'm not lighting anything on fire. The whole point is espionage. I'm supposed to be undetected and unnoticed. So,
And now I'm making fun of you at the frog around.
Yep. Being said, I have created an adequate, quite large dent in their reserves for food.
Yeah.
And I wish I could take more. I wish I could, but I'm gonna have to cut my losses and gonna have to
Go ahead
step
and
out
make
the
another
door.
stealth check.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
you should
doing-
somehow fleeing it.
Well,
Maybe
I'm not
there's, like,
doing any of that. I'm not. Oh, you know what I could? No, I'm not gonna poison these things.
well,
If I poisoned everything, it would create an issue.
yeah, that also wouldn't work for the framing. I don't think they poison their own food, at least.
No, they would just make it look like the food went bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
I did this food storage as silently as a fucking
Oh,
brisk
yeah.
wind.
Now that you finally found your goal, you
The focus.
yeah, you were focused.
He locks in.
There were no
Like a
missteps.
machine.
You kept every hook from touching any other hook. You kept anything from slapping on the table or the side of your bag of holding. Everything was silent. One
Oh my god.
item at a time. In and in and in and in until it filled up.
The rogue
Okay.
life.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That being said, I'm glad that worked out. And Zen, being satisfied with this, he's going to leave everything else the way that it was. And he's going to step outside, close door silently, latch on, lock on. And then
Okay.
he's going to, as much as he wants to search other things, his purpose here has been fulfilled. It's too much time has been spent here. His invisibility is probably on the low end of possibly leaving soon, so he's going to.
You've been here for like 7-8 minutes. You were
Oh,
pretty
wow.
fast with
Never
your
mind.
fingerprint, so
I've
yeah,
been
you're
doing good.
fine. You still have 2/3 of your invisibility. You're in
Zent
between
doesn't-
there.
Yeah, Zent doesn't want to lift off the ground until he's at a safe distance.
Oh yeah, you skulk your way through the woods for a couple 100 meters.
Yep.
Make sure you are very well and truly out of sight, and then you head off to meet with
The party
Kane
that was
and
waiting
Druss.
nearby. Yeah.
Does he
Oh,
do a
not
stealth
nearby, but-
check when he's close to them?
Do I sneak up on my own allies?
Yeah. Just appear out of the shadows, just like.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Like, put your hands on their shoulders and then deactivate invisibility. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, hello there. But yeah, that's seems pretty good. That was good. Fuck, I wish I could take more.
Well, with all that
Really want that
time,
helmet.
technically you could make a second trip and like offload some of your stuff to Kane and Druss.
The only thing that I would really want now would be the helmet and the dagger. The food, I got a very hefty amount of food from them. That's a lot of food I took from them.
Fair enough.
They might have a little bit left, but not enough for a fortress of that many people.
Well, it's up to
So
you
it'll-
because Kane
No,
and Druss
I'm-
have plenty of space.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm leaving everything in the bag. Things create trails, and those are cats. I took meat. If they come out this direction, they'll follow it. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do that. Although he said they wouldn't go into the hills, so I'm just not gonna do that. I don't want to risk going back.
Although.
Cut my losses. I'm gonna cut my losses. And
Leave
yeah,
some for next time.
yep, next time for sure.
Okay. So you guys meet up, and do you head back north?
Yeah, we head north, right back up to where our other group members were waiting for us.
Yeah.
Someone roll me a 1d12.
And Kane tries to make as much rustle among the bushes and shit as possible, just to mess
Yep.
things up.
We're walking. I'm not flying, just so we make it as
Yeah.
obvious the path is going as possible.
Okay, so as you guys are going, you spot the telltale signs of a tabaxi patrol ahead.
Oh boy. So, is this ahead northeast? Or north?
We're heading north, but they're still in the area.
So you guys were sort of going along the river up northeast.
There's a river right
initially.
here, right?
Yeah, that's the start of the river.
Yeah.
Which comes from the hills, and sort of as you're doing that, you're spotting a tabaxi patrol ahead of you that is moving. You guys are far enough away where you can hide, although we'll see how stealthy Kane is.
Yeah, that's why I was
He
thinking.
stays perfectly still.
Well, I don't know if that's how stealth checks work. Unfortunately, I'm thinking
Don't even breathe.
it may be. Well, is that actually how stealth checks work, Myth? Because I don't think so, from my understanding. That if he stands perfectly still, does his stealth check not go at disadvantage? I don't think that's how it works. So if it's not, then I'm just gonna have Kane dash to the north, to the west-northwest.
Why not pop invisibility on yourself?
Because I already used it on you, remember? He's only got one use. He's only got one use for it. Yeah, it would be nice, but...
Well, okay, that's a free use. You can also use it by expending a second level spell slot.
Oh, sweet! Then that's fine. Good point.
You have one free use, and additional uses cost spell slots.
I still think he's going to do the same thing, though. He's just going to cast invisibility as well. Okay. Because...
So I'm just saying, like, if you sprint off, you're going to be making noise, you're going to be making movement in the brush. You're going to be drawing more attention rather than less attention.
Well, how far away are they?
Enough that we can
50
hide.
meters right now.
Oh,
So,
shit, okay.
Maybe
like,
just
you guys have a
invisibility.
little bit of time. Yeah.
Well, it's just going to be a normal stealth roll, and that's not very good for Kane. I mean, it's not the worst possible thing, but I mean, I guess he could try and move stealthily. So, are they coming straight at us from where we were heading?
Trust to do enhance ability.
Yeah, Paintsake's not here though.
It doesn't stack because you would have disadvantage, which cancels it out.
Invention view pro tips.
This is when you do the pass without trace.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that trace still on him? He took it off, didn't he?
Yeah, he took it off. Okay. So, do you want to try to hide, or are you trying to flee?
Can he try and stealthily move through the trees with his invisibility?
You will still have to make a stealth check, but yes.
Okay, well that's... I mean... that...
Like, if the goal of this is to avoid making a stealth check, then...
Yeah, that's not possible.
Unfortunately not.
Well, he's gonna have to do it no matter what, so he's gonna just try and move a bit of ways away. And he's not gonna dash, but he's gonna try and move away, so that hopefully he'll be far enough away where he can run if he needs to. If they're coming toward... Yes, I already casted it, but I didn't have him targeted. I used it. Oh wait, it didn't... So that was the free use that I used, okay.
Yeah, when you're trying to use it, you'll have to, like, uncheck a little box for using
Oh, that was it. Okay, let me target him first. Consume spell slot, yes. Consume item use, no. There we
That's
go.
no, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I'll make a stealth check.
All right. But he's gonna try to move to the north, the west-northwest. So mostly west, a
Yeah.
little bit north. Just kind of perpendicular to the river, I guess. Or a little less than that.
Since and Josh, are you guys just hunkering down in some brush, or?
Zen is gonna definitely, like, he's not gonna move, but he's gonna prepare himself for the possibility of having to do something in assistance, which looks like it might be the case.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about.
On for the
how
first
much-
check.
Even if he was sitting completely still, it wouldn't make a damn bit of difference.
Okay, you have 9 inspiration points.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to use them?
Yes.
You're gonna have to use all of them.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh boy. Well, thanks for the free inspiration earlier. I think we needed
You're
it.
welcome.
Okay, you only need to beat a 14, so that's 7. So you need to get 15, so it costs 7.
Okay.
Use them.
Yep.
I just gave you a freebie of 6, so this is perfect.
Yeah, I know, right? Calculated.
Yep.
Beautiful.
You go and like get into an area of deeper, thicker brush, easier to conceal yourself in, and you make enough distance that this group that okay, I guess first of all we need Zint and Druss to roll stealth as well, but both of them have advantage. So Casey, you can roll for Druss. Druss will probably be using his armor of the Ice Serpent, which can give him advantage.
Okay.
Yep.
So this would be with advantage. Do I need to use the item first? Does that matter?
No.
Okay.
Just roll stealth with advantage. Yeah.
All right.
Nice. I don't think that was high enough.
Ooh,
How much inspiration does he have?
3. Ooh.
That is exactly how many he needed, because he also needed to get 15.
He's using it.
Yep.
The risks of taking the heavies with me, as Skipper pointed out earlier. He's definitely not wrong.
Okay. So you guys managed to get into cover, and the patrol walks like between where you first two were and then where Kane ran off to a different area. They walk between your group and continue on in the direction of the fort. Okay. So you guys are able to slip away after that and stealthily head north to reunite with Bramble and Vorix, and of course everyone's favorite Jeremy.
Everyone's favorite Jeremy. Perfect. I feel like it's fair that we call it there, but the reuniting is good.
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
Good spot to end it.
Yep.
Okay, let me make sure that's good. Okay, everyone's grouped back together except for Zeral. Okay, so at the start of next session, we will deal with what Bramble and Vorix have been up to here, and then what Zeral has been up to at Rivenroar. And
Sounds good.
And Goldtail will be awaiting a sending spell with updates.
Extraction complete, boys.
Okay. GG.
I could be wrong, but I'm so confident in the result of what just happened there. So very confident. I could be wrong. Shit happens. But I'm so very confident in the results.
It
I think
could
you're
have
right to
very
be.
easily gone way worse.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dodged a couple bullets there.
Ah, the nat 20s to fucking clutch up and save the day. Oh man. Anybody else having to make so many stealth checks, right? Anybody else?
Yeah. Oh man, that was great. That was a fun time. Good shit.
Yeah.
GG's.
I really wanted to go into the other buildings. because there's a pouch of gold in one of those buildings that Goldtail gave during the process of our little scuffle, and I wanted to retrieve that. I might have to come back. I'm just saying. I want that pouch. It's 200 gold. Or 200 kismets. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, not wrong.
It's a lot. It's not about the money, Spider-Man.
Alright, I'm gonna go relinquish the computer to my child.
Yep.
Good session, guys.
GG.
Thank you,
Next
everybody
week at
else who
normal
watched.
time. Back to
Yeah.
the normal schedule.
Night,
I
guys.
appreciate the patience on everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, good shit, GG's. Good night, everyone. Have a good week. Happy Father's Day again.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Ciao.
You too.